tonight. But first, since the All-Star break, the Red Sox have not done a lot of sweeping. I looked that up on the way in here. They've only swept one series. It was the Astros at Fenway. That was back on August 3rd. And other than that, they've won a lot of games. It's not like they've played badly. But for whatever reason, they haven't been able to complete any other sweeps. And that is until yesterday. The Orioles in Baltimore had not made things easy for the Red Sox. They had that hard-fought win, 4-3 on Monday. On Tuesday, it was a 5-0 shutout, but the game was closer than that, much closer than that final score would imply. A one-run win on Wednesday night, 3-2 the final. That set the stage for Garrett Crochet going against lefty Cade Povich for Baltimore. And the Red Sox offense still quiet. You got solo home runs from Trevor Story in the first. Rob Refsnyder hit one in the fourth. And that was all the offense the Red Sox would get until the eighth inning. Crochet, good, not great. He allowed 2 earned on 6 hits with 7 strikeouts, no walks. Gave up a solo homer to Alex Jackson and an RBI double to Jeremiah Johnson in the 5th. That inning could have been a lot worse. Trevor Story did make a tremendous defensive play, snaring a line drive and doubling off the oblivious Jackson Holiday, who just trotted on home like everything was going well. Then in the 8th inning, with the game tied at 2, Romy Gonzalez broke the tie with 2 out and Roman Anthony on second base.
From the belt, Garcia, he throws, and Romy swings and grounds one into left field. That's a base hit. Anthony comes to third. He will score standing. Romy, my homie, delivers, and it is 3-2 Red Sox.
Don't just hit lefties.
That was Romy's first run batted in since August 10th. He had been slumping, but he comes through there. That would end up being the winning run, and that makes it your play of last night's game, which is brought to you by Nissan. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Suns out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event. Garrett Whitlock pitched the scoreless 8th inning. Steven Matz took the 9th and picked up his second save on the year, his first with the Red Sox, who complete the sweep and head back to Fenway tonight, having taken 7 out of 8 on that road trip. Tonight, the Red Sox return to Fenway for the first of a 6-game homestand that opens up tonight with one of the biggest stars in Major League Baseball. And that brings us to tonight's pitching matchup, brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. For the Red Sox, pretty big night here as well. The Major League debut of the hefty lefty Peyton Tolley, also known as the Piglet. Lou Merloni has given him all sorts of different nicknames. As we found out, Lou, very influential when it comes to Red Sox players' nicknames. Whatever you want to call him, Tolley will be pitching tonight at Fenway. He started the year in Single-A Greenville. He rocketed through this team's minor league system, promoted to Double-A Portland in June, and then promoted to Triple-A Worcester in August. He made 3 starts with the Woo Sox, 1-1 with a 3.60 ERA. He is a big boy, 6'6", 250 pounds. The Midday Show would call him a certified hoss. He was born in Oklahoma, went to Texas Christian. He was a two-way player in college. In 20 minor league appearances this year, he recorded 133 strikeouts in 91.2 innings. For the Pirates, on the hill, probably the toughest customer in the majors right now, and potentially one of the toughest customers of all time, Paul Skenes. 8-9 with a 2.07 ERA in 27 starts. That is the lowest ERA in the majors for pitchers who qualify. He is a shoo-in right now, odds-wise, for the National League Cy Young. Check any sports book you want. He's up there with a big number next to his name. He was the National League Rookie of the Year last year, 3rd in the NL Cy Young voting behind Chris Sale and Zach Wheeler. This is his first time ever facing the Red Sox. His ERA through 50 starts is 2.02, and that is just 1/100th of a point behind Vita Blue for the lowest ever through 50 starts since the dead ball era. So, yeah, Paul Skenes, pretty good pitcher, if you didn't know. First pitch tonight scheduled for 7:15, and it's brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777. Time now for the Baseball Isn't Boring 2-Minute Grill with Rob Bradford. It's presented by McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil, including BioHeat, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. The chief baseball officer of the Boston Red Sox, Craig Breslow, spoke today, and here he is right now.
I guess first of all, just the decision to release Walker. Can you just talk about kind of what went into that?
Yeah, really tough decision. This is a guy who's been a really good starting pitcher in this league for a long time. Has struggled to stay on the field with injuries, but we felt like he could be a boost to our rotation. And then when when it became clear that there was maybe a better opportunity for him to contribute from the pen, we made that move. And our hope and our expectation was we were going to be able to provide enough runway to give him a chance to settle in and transition into that role, and then contribute down the stretch in getting some meaningful outs for us. But circumstances changed, and we had some injuries, with Fitz and losing that length piece in the pen, and needing a starter tonight. It just felt like this was what was best for the team at this point.
Greg, why the outright release rather than DFA at this point? Is that to give him like kind of a courtesy and give him a bit of a head start on catching on elsewhere?
Yeah, just trying to be mindful and respectful of who he is and what he's accomplished, and felt like that was the fairest way to treat him at this point.
Was this something that you had kind of mentioned a possibility of and discussed with him at all, with the bullpen move last week or anything like that, just as he's been open and honest about his struggles? Have you had conversations about something like this potentially happening down the road before?
No, the conversation was just around taking him out of the rotation and trying to transition him into a bullpen role, knowing he's had a ton of success in the postseason. He's had success in the postseason out of the bullpen, and seeing if that was a way for him to contribute. And like I said, at the time that we made that decision, we had the expectation and anticipated being able to give him plenty of time to get used to that role, and to pitch his way into leverage spots. But like I said, the circumstances kind of around the roster had changed, and we didn't make sure that we're thinking about best positioning this group to win as many games as possible down the stretch here.
Craig, does Peyton have a chance to kind of go somewhere with this now, or is this a one-off?
I think we brought up Peyton, with the expectation that he's going to be able to contribute down the stretch for us, and exactly what that looks like, I think is to be determined. But he's over the last 5 months, he's really impressed at every level. He's made significant strides in terms of his development, and we have every reason to believe that he can be a very good major league starting pitcher.
That was Craig Breslow for the 2-minute grill, and what he was referring to for most of that was the Red Sox decision today to release right-hander Walker Buehler. Also, Peyton Tolley was activated to the Major League roster from AAA Worcester. He's making the start tonight and wearing number 70. The corresponding move there, however, was to outright release right-handed pitcher Walker Buehler. Also, Nick Sogard called up from Worcester. He'll be in the lineup tonight. The password, Triston Garcia, has been optioned back down to the Woo Sox. Now, for Walker Buehler, it's easy to look at his overall numbers on the year and just decide, yeah, it wasn't working out, and this was a move that needed to happen. Since his first start in July, which was on the 5th, he came into the month of July with an ERA of 6.45. He's made 9 starts since then, and his ERA has gone down a full run in that time, from 6.45 down to 5.45. Now you say, well, Arkan, that's not that good still. You're right, 5.45 still isn't a very good ERA. But he had an ERA for the month of July. His ERA was 3.57. His ERA before this relief, and that's the last time we saw him on Sunday, that relief appearance where he gave up the home run to Jazz Chisholm, his record in starts was 1-1 with an ERA under 4. So it's not like you were seeing the worst of Walker Buehler here at this point in the season. It's not like he was pitching his worst right now. And usually when guys get released, that's the case. And he had a terrible month of June. In June, his ERA was in the 11s. So, I mean, if you were going to release him, that would have been a time to do it where you look at it and say, well, yeah, the guy just he's not functioning well. He'd actually been pitching okay for a 5th starter anyway. And listen, Peyton Tolley, I hope that he pitches great, and I hope that he goes out there and he's tremendous and goes inning for inning with Paul Skenes. I think that's a lot to put on a young player. But listen, sometimes young players are ready for it. Absolutely. But Walker Buehler wasn't exactly a debacle. Like I saw that in the New York Post, the Walker Buehler debacle finally over. I don't know if you'd call it a debacle lately. He hasn't been going deep into games. He's been walking a lot of batters. Yeah, sure. But the bottom line wasn't that bad. And for your number 5 starter, that could be a move that we're questioning later on in the season. Anyway, that is what has happened. Walker Buehler off the Red Sox. He has been released. We'll see where he ends up. And we'll talk about that more with Lenny DiNardo, who's going to be joining us here in just a moment. But coming up in 15 minutes, we'll have Cooper Boardman sitting down with manager Alex Cora. That's brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. But as I said, coming up next, we'll head over to Fenway and chat with Lenny DiNardo, get his take on Peyton Tolley, Paul Skenes, Walker Buehler, and more. I'm Christian Arcand. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
So, I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
Ahorra en grande este Labor Day en Lowe's. Obtén hasta 40% de descuento en electrodomésticos selectos y ahorra hasta 20% adicional al comprar más de una unidad. Además, llévate 2 crisantemos selectos de 2.5 o 3/4 por solo $8. Este Labor Day, cuida tu hogar por menos en Lowe's. Nosotros ayudamos. Tú ahorras. Válido hasta 9/3. Oferta de crisantemos válida solo en tiendas. Selección varía por lugar hasta agotar existencias. Aplican más términos y restricciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcand. It is the Red Sox and the Pirates, a marquee pitching matchup tonight. Peyton Tolley making his major league debut with Boston. Paul Skenes, the phenom in Pittsburgh, in town tonight. Going to be a couple of big lefties on the mound. And here for more on that, our own big lefty, Lenny DiNardo, joins us from Fenway Park. Lenny, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing well. We got about 13 feet of lefties on the mound tonight, right? If my math is correct, somewhere about there.
Certainly.
It's going to be
fun. Yeah, looking that way. Looks like it's going to be a very, very fun night at the park. Let's start with our lefty. Let's start with Peyton Tolley, making his major league debut. An unprecedented almost rise through the minor leagues this year. Started off in Single-A Greenville and is now pitching at Fenway Park. How good do you have to be to fly through the minors like that?
I mean, you have to be extremely good. The Red Sox are putting a lot of faith in this young kid. And, I mean, if you look at the numbers, I mean, they're straight Nintendo numbers. He's gone through every level of the minor leagues, and he's proven that, okay, what's next? Well, there's nothing after this level. So hopefully he can keep up with those numbers here at the big league level. And I looked it up. Roger Clemens' first outing in the big leagues, 5 2/3, 11 hits, 4 earned runs. So we're not going to go out and judge Peyton Tolley on one outing. There's a lot of eyes on him, and Brian Bayo had a tough outing his first time too. That's the last time I've been this excited since a Red Sox debut on the mound. But we'll see. It's exciting. Skenes, Tolley, both their first times at Fenway Park pitching in this environment. So it's exciting to say the least.
And it used to be in September, you'd call up all these kids from the minors and you'd see young players pitching in these situations all the time, pennant race or otherwise. That's not really the case anymore. Now it's just 1 or 2 guys that get added, and you don't really see these kind of debuts like this quite so often. Do you think that Tolley is the kind of guy, the kind of personality that's going to be able to lock in tonight?
Yeah, I mean, just looking at him from, the outside in, basically, and looking at it and listening to his interviews and watching him pitch, the stuff is there. The personality is there. I listened to an interview with him and Cooper Boardman recently, and I love the mentality. He's basically shouting 4-letter words under his breath on the mound, and I love that mentality, going right after these hitters. having fun out there. He wants the fans to have just as much fun as he's having. He was quoted on saying, and I love the mentality. He's the type of guy that's going to fill up the strike zone. What's not to like about 98 miles an hour with great secondary stuff behind it. So it's and he's only 6 months younger than Skenes. I mean, you forget that. So Skenes is just ahead of his time. He's a generational talent. It's going to be fun watching both these guys, and attack of the mustaches on the mound today.
Yes, attack of the big lefties with big mustaches. Before your debut, Lenny, did anyone give you any good advice that you really remember? Was there one thing that stuck out?
Don't bleep the bed. A few guys in the bullpen back then, Timlin and Embry and Falk and a bunch of those guys. Hey, go do your thing, Rook. And that's about it back then. But no, I kid. But yeah, basically that's what they said. But they helped me along the way. They said, you know what? It's 60 foot 6 inches. It's the same mound you've been on since you were 13 years old. You just got to go out there and take the atmosphere and take the climate and the fans out of the equation. I made my debut in Old Yankee Stadium. I faced Sheffield, Matsui, and Bernie Williams in a row. And but Tito put me in a situation where I couldn't do too much damage. It was a soft landing. We were up by, I think, 9 runs. This is a little bit different.
Yeah, I'd say it's certainly a little bit different. But also this team, and we heard Giolito talking about it the other day, Lenny, this team is very tight. They're very close with each other. They're very tight. Seems like a very strong environment, strong clubhouse. That could be very, very helpful for a young player making his debut at this point.
100%. Having young guys in the clubhouse that are going through a lot of new experiences at the same time, absolutely. They can rely on each other. They can talk to each other. They can help and steer their way through the fog, so to speak, at the big league level. When I was there was a lot of veteran players, a lot of guys pushing 40 at the time, and I felt like I was hanging out with my dad's friends, to be honest with you. So it's different. It's different. And I had to go carry the beer and I had to go sing my college fight song on the bus. It was just a different time. Now, you're not dressing up in a dress on these road trips. You're welcome to be yourself, and that's going to help these kids go out and perform better on the field. It isn't the same, but it's gotten better as far as the atmosphere and allowing these kids to go out there and breathe and play, because when you're thinking how hard it is to be in a clubhouse sometimes, it makes it a lot harder on the field to go out and perform.
I forgot about that until they had you guys dressed like Little Bo Peep, didn't they? Or something like that.
Yeah, I was a Hooters waitress. Me and Kevin Youkilis from Toronto to Tampa, we had to dress up. I didn't get my clothes till the next day.
That's tough. All right, let's talk about Paul Skenes. First time facing the Red Sox. First time a lot of Red Sox fans are going to be seeing him up close. I remember Steven Strasburg, all the hype around him, Ohtani, guys like Lincecum back in the day. It seems like he's better than all of them. Am I crazy to say that?
No, not at all. I mean, you look at this stuff, you're talking an average velo of 98.2 miles an hour. He's got 7 pitches. He controls 4 strikes in and outside the zone, depending on the count. A really deceptive low angle. It's really hard for these batters to pick it up and stay with it. And he attacks the zone. You look at any pitcher at the big league level, what makes them different than anybody else that throws 100 miles an hour? It's attacking the zone consistently and that's what you want in a starting pitcher. And he goes out there, and I was talking to Michael McHenry, who's the pre- and post-game analyst for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he was telling me that because of his military background, he over-prepares. He's the type of guy that goes out there and doesn't expect the worst, but he prepares in case it hits the fan early. He's got plan B. He's got plan C. Not that happens quite often with a guy like Paul Skenes, but just at his age, at 23, to have the capability to say, okay, I'm going to go to plan B or plan C. If it does, in fact, go south, speaks volumes about him on the mound.
Yeah, certainly. And this Red Sox offense has not exactly been tearing the cover off the ball, which, Lenny, has been a testament to the starting pitching in the back end of the bullpen. They're winning one-run games now. They're winning low-scoring games now. But it would be real nice to see this offense get back to what they were doing a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, absolutely. And it comes in lulls. You got highs and lows. And if during the lulls you're winning those one-run ball games, you just took 3 or 4 from Baltimore in a one-run game. You took all 4, but 3 of those were one-run games, and that wasn't the case early this season. They were consistently losing those games. I feel like it's doing the little things correctly. And when the Red Sox are losing games consistently, when they were losing games consistently, they were beating themselves. There's 1 or 2 things you can look at, whether it's defense, whether it's striking out with runners in scoring position, leaving runners on base. One thing you can point your finger on that made them lose that game. This past series, you're seeing, okay, there was a bad defensive game, what happened? They picked each other up, whether it was a big hit late in the game or dropping a bunt down, moving a runner over, playing the game. So when something goes south, there's another aspect of the game that's picking the team up. That's what you want going into a playoff scenario, because it's not always going to be roses out there on the field.
Lenny, DiNardo, great stuff as always. Looking forward to the call of the game with you and Mr. Boardman, and thanks so much for the time here.
Thank you.
All right, that's Lenny DiNardo live at Fenway Park. Red Sox turning to Peyton Tolley, and for Paul Skenes, the big boys on the mound tonight. Big lefty and a big righty. It's going to be a fun one tonight at Fenway Park. By the way, you can watch Red Sox pregame on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. It's brought to you by Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Still to come, we'll speak with Alex Cora. He sat down with Cooper Boardman, and that's coming your way next, right here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
So, I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
Ahorra en grande este Labor Day en Lowe's. Obtén hasta 40% de descuento en electrodomésticos selectos y ahorra hasta 20% adicional al comprar más de una unidad. Además, llévate 2 crisantemos selectos de 2.5 o 3/4 por solo $8. Este Labor Day, cuida tu hogar por menos en Lowe's. Nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 9/3. Oferta de crisantemos válida solo en tiendas. Selección varía por lugar hasta agotar existencias. Aplican más términos y restricciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So, what's that about?
So, let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Here we go. Count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
This is incredible.
Watch your local NFL game live all season long.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa! That crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
A summer day is the most righteous time to grab some friends a bathing suit, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and make the most of every moment that's left in the season. Because the last blast of summer deserves the bold blast of refreshment that always gets it started.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Save big this Labor Day at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 40% off select Whirlpool appliances. Plus, get an additional 20% off select Whirlpool kitchen appliances. with innovations that help you take on every load, meal, and moment. Shop Whirlpool appliances that keep the day moving. Save during Labor Day at Lowe's. Valid through 9/10. Selection varies by location. Savings vary based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in, here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Welcome back. It's the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Christian Arcand here with you as the Red Sox getting ready to open up a 6-game homestand, starting with 3 games here with the Pittsburgh Pirates and the toughest customer in baseball, Mr. Paul Skenes, on the mound for the Bucks, while the Red Sox will be seeing the debut of Peyton Tolley, the big lefty coming up from Worcester after flying through the minor leagues this year. That is going to be the pitching matchup tonight at Fenway. And before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and the Ford Summer Sales Event. Hurry in to get great deals now, including on F-Series, the official truck of the Red Sox. Here with manager Alex Cora is Cooper Boardman.
With the manager Alex Cora, Cooper Boardman, and AC, happy Friday night. Over your last 8, 7-1. As you sit here and look at those 8 games as we get back here at home, what have you as the manager of this team liked the most about the way that you've played?
I think our defense has gotten better. That's been the key. I think we're pitching well. We keep doing that. We're hitting well from the 7th inning on. We should do better. But the defense. Yesterday we won that game because Trevor made 2 great plays. The night before, there was a fielder choice. You know, he got the ball to his left. Alex covered second, and we got the out. So it's been sound. It's been good. I know we had some issues in the outfield 2 nights ago, but I think overall our defense has been outstanding.
I mean, you mentioned that play from Trevor. 24 hours later, I mean, we're kind of everybody's still talking about it. You talked for a while yesterday about Trevor and what he's meant to the room and the fact that he went out and played in September last year. As you sit here and have this conversation late August and look back on kind of the journey of Trevor's story, what comes to mind for you?
Just the consistency, to be honest with you. May looked bad, and he didn't deviate from his program. He stayed the course. Obviously a few adjustments here and there. And he's been able to post, like going into the season, I honestly thought it was going to be like 140. And it seems like it's going to be 160. Well, hopefully 159. We give him another one towards the end so he can just watch the whole thing. But so far so good. Doing an outstanding job, and he's been very consistent.
I mean, you're around the game enough. Like, I've talked to all these people with all these legendary athleticism Trevor stories. How fun has it been to watch that guy be that guy 150 however many times? I mean,
amazing. In the weight room, he's a freak, to be honest with you. And, him and Wonger, they do stuff that others can't. And for him to do it on a nightly basis, it's been refreshing.
Talking to Alex Cora today on the pregame show, Red Sox and Pirates coming up. Big news day. The first is Walker Buehler no longer with the team, released before the game. Craig Breslow spoke earlier about the business side of it. For you in the room, what did he mean to the room over the course of the first few months of this season?
I mean, I think walk to the group was amazing. A guy that been there, done that. It was hard to see him struggle, to be honest with you, especially the first part of the season. I thought, San Diego was great, Houston was okay, and the last one here was okay too. But this is where we at, and we have to make tough decisions, and he was part of it. But the individual, the person, amazing. His wife, Mackenzie, they did an amazing job. off the field, and we appreciate that. But it's one of those that we had to make the move.
The other side of that is the major league debut tonight for Peyton Tolley. It's not one of those guys who you've seen a million times in spring training. It's not one of those guys who's even been here very much. But from what you've seen on video over the last few weeks, what jumps out to you?
Strike thrower with great stuff, of course, but he's relentless in the strike zone, and we expect the same thing. It seems like he's a great kid. He enjoys competition. That's something they told me already. He's going to be pumped, of course, tonight here at Fenway Park. But, going back to the question, how relentless he is in the strike zone caught my attention.
I mean, you've lived the game your whole life. At one point, a guy could not get drafted last year and make his major league debut. He couldn't have started an A-ball and made his major league debut in the same season. But in the era of data and all of these things, it's a possibility. What do you make of the fact that that's a reality?
There's only a few that have done it throughout their careers, right? And sometimes it's a challenge, sometimes it's not, right? And we expect him to go out there and pitch well for us. All the information that we have suggests that, but obviously this is real now. It's 35,000 people going nuts for you, and it's the Friday greens and all that, so he's going to be pumped, and, we expect him to be okay.
You've overseen a ton of debuts this year. I don't need to tell you that, but between Roman and Marcelo and Christian and obviously Peyton tonight and many others over the last few years, what is the job of a major league manager when a guy's making his major league debut?
Just let him be. I talked to him a little bit today, told him a few things that we do here. Basically told him, you see that big dude, left-handed, that is actually walking in front of us, just follow that guy, and he's going to help you out, and, be on time, be out there for the national anthem, and enjoy it. It's only one big league debut, and the cool thing is, it's going to be on a Friday night at Fenway Park. I know he's pumped.
Talking to Alex Cora today, ahead of Red Sox and Pirates. The other piece of news, Nick Sogard up with the team, Justin Sun Garcia back down at AAA. When you look at Sogi, obviously he's had these stints over the last few years. How do you envision him being used this time around?
Yeah, he's starting at second today. Most likely he'll start tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens, if we have to make a decision. But just watching him swinging the bat in Iowa, swinging the bat well, hit that homer down the line and hit a few balls left-handed the other way and with men in scoring position. And that's what we like about him, the quality of the at-bat. And, he'll get 4 today, and hopefully he can contribute.
He and the rest of your lineup will see Paul Skenes tonight. Beyond what he's done over the first couple of years of his career, you're going to see a fastball that sits at 98 miles an hour from the starting pitcher, and he'll carry that throughout the entirety of his outing. What is the key? We know about hitting velocity, especially on the back end, but what is the key to hitting velocity when you see a guy 2 or 3 times?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you have to be direct to the baseball. He has a really good four-seamer, right? And he uses his secondary pitches a lot too, but he also makes mistakes, and hopefully we can get a few and hit it hard. I was watching the Brewers. I think they have, it's not that they have his number, but they have put good at-bats throughout the season, and they use the whole field with him. So hopefully we can continue. We can do that against him.
It's Skenes on their side. It's a guy making his major league debut tonight, Friday night, Fenway Greens. Hopefully it's not going to rain. Do you allow yourself a moment to kind of look around on a night like tonight and say, this is pretty cool?
Yeah. Every night we work here. I don't take it for granted. I enjoy it, We got here early enough yesterday that I was able to go to one of our favorite restaurants, and the vibe was amazing. People are excited, and deservedly so. We struggled for 3 years. The fan base has been very patient, right, throughout. On their own way, but here we are, and we're gonna play some meaningful games in September, and hopefully we can make it to October.
We'll enjoy it tonight. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
That was Alex Cora with Cooper Boardman, who's going to be on the call tonight with Lenny DiNardo as the Red Sox take on the Pirates in the first of this 3-game set and 6-game homestand at Fenway Park. Peyton Tolley getting the start, and he may be getting starts in the future as well. Craig Breslow earlier today had this quote. He said, "We brought up Peyton with the expectation that he's going to be able to contribute down the stretch for us, and exactly what that looks like is to be determined, but he's over the last 4 or 5 months really impressed us at every level. He's made significant strides in terms of his development, and we have every reason to believe that he can be a very good major league starting pitcher. So this could not, it could possibly be a temporary move, or it could also not be a temporary move. This could be a permanent move depending on the performance of Tolley tonight. And frankly, I think it's a good team to be going up against. Pittsburgh Pirates aren't exactly a powerhouse offense. We'll get to the starting lineups here in just a minute, and you can decide for yourself. But if you're going to get your start here, I'd rather it be against a team like the Pirates than the Orioles or the Yankees or the Astros or one of the other teams the Red Sox have played here recently before this easier stretch of games that are coming up here. And this is part of that. The Orioles were part of that. Now Pittsburgh's part of it. You got Cleveland, you got Arizona, you got the A's. Before you see the Yankees again, these are all teams that are not playoff teams. These are all teams that are under 500, and best they have going for them this year is to try and play the role of spoiler. And the Red Sox have to continue to keep the pressure on and win these games, even when you're going up against a moose like Paul Skenes. And we'll see how it looks against him tonight, but no one really looks good against Paul Skenes. That's been the book on him this year. However, one thing you can say is the Red Sox pitching has been good enough in the bullpen and in the starting rotation as well that they don't need to score a lot of runs to win games anymore. And that's been a very, very nice development here down the stretch of August before we move into the month of September. Still to come here on the Mass Mutual pregame show, we'll get to our Herb Chambers starting lineups. We'll take a look around the Subaru scoreboard, and we'll have our Chevy dealers question of the day and our Interlock Metal Roofing lock of the game. Don't forget, you can watch Red Sox pregame on Twitch. Just follow WEEI, brought to you by Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Don't go anywhere. It's the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. We'll come back and wrap things up next.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
So, I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Lowe's knows how to help you save. This Labor Day, get up to 40% off select Whirlpool laundry appliances. Plus, get an additional 20% off select Whirlpool laundry pairs that were made to match with complimentary features and styles. Save on Whirlpool laundry that was made to keep the day moving. This Labor Day at Lowe's. Valid through 9/10. Selection varies by location. Savings vary based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist, to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today. Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa! That crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at unitedhealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.
Lowe's knows tough jobs call for tougher tools. The new DeWalt Elite Series power tool accessories are built to last for the pro who doesn't stop. With precision fitment, durability, and impact resistance, finishing jobs faster has never been easier. Shop the new DeWalt Elite Series at an everyday low price exclusively at Lowe's. We help, you save.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcand. It is time now for the Herb Chambers starting lineups. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them, starting with the visiting Pirates. Leading off will be Jared Triolo, who has been terrible this year, but is hitting .338 with a .930 OPS in the month of August. He's playing shortstop. Nick Gonzalez will be your second baseman, batting second. Brian Reynolds in right field will bat third. Your cleanup hitter tonight is Tommy Pham in left field. He has 8 hits and 7 runs batted in his last 7 games. Batting fifth, Big Daddy Kutch, Andrew McCutchen, the DH. He'll be followed by Alexander Canario in center field. Henry Davis doing the catching. Leover Peguero will be at first base, batting 8th. And your number 9 hitter is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who was placed on outright waivers today. He was not DFA'd, though, so he can still play, but anybody can just claim him whenever they want to. He'll be at third base behind the starter, Paul Skenes. For the Red Sox, Roman Anthony leading off in right. He reached base 3 times yesterday. An OPS of almost .430 over the last 2 months. Or on-base percentage, I should say, not OPS. Alex Bregman is batting second and third base, followed by Jarren Duran in left. Your cleanup hitter tonight is Trevor Story. He's homered in 2 of his last 3 games. Masataka Yoshida will bat 5th and DH. Romy Gonzalez will be behind him at first. Nick Sogard just got recalled today as the password got sent back down to Worcester. Sogard will bat 7th and play second. Ceddanne Rafaela batting 8th in center field. Connor Wong will bat 9th and do the catching for Peyton Tolley in his Major League debut. It's time now for the Subaru scoreboard update, brought to you by Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Couple of games to tell you about in progress already. The Cardinals got a solo home run from Ivan Herrera. They lead the Reds 1-0. No score between the Braves and Phillies, top first in Philadelphia. No score either in D.C. between the Rays and the Nationals. Still to come tonight, a 7:07 start time in Toronto between the Brewers and the Blue Jays. Freddie Peralta and Shane Bieber. Nice pitching matchup there. Marlins and the Mets get underway at 7:10 from Citi Field. A 7:10 start time in Cleveland for the Mariners and the Guardians. George Kirby and Logan Allen will be your starters there. Yankees headed to Chicago to take on the White Sox. Carlos Rodon and Yoendris Gomez are going to be your starting pitchers there. A 7:40 start time. 8:10 first pitch in Houston for the Angels and the Astros. The Tigers are cold. They've lost 4 in a row. They'll be taking on Kansas City at 8:10. Time now for the lock of the game presented by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit them online at newenglandmetalroofing.com and never re-roof again. My lock, no runs in the first inning. Lock it up. In every game, we have the New England Chevy Dealers question of the day. Together we drive. Listen in for that during the broadcast today, and you can find it at Sox Booth on Twitter. I'm Christian Arcand. This has been the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Don't move a muscle. First pitch coming your way next, right here on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
This Labor Day at Lowe's, shop member-only doorbuster deals for a limited time. Save $50 on an Ego string trimmer, now $169. Plus, get 50% off select Holland pavers. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, Labor Day doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/1 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Deborah had to have surgery.
I had hip surgery in November of 2024.
Her United Healthcare nurse, Crystal, checked on her.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell that she was struggling.
Deborah needed help.
My infection markers were through the roof.
And Crystal knew what to do.
I called the hospital and said she's coming in.
And got Deborah the help she needed.
Crystal and United Healthcare saved my life.
Hear more stories like Deborah's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
A summer day is the most righteous time to grab some friends, a bathing suit, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and make the most of every moment that's left in the season. Because the last blast of summer deserves the bold blast of refreshment that always gets it started.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Friday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 6 or more times. End of message.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app. This is... Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, Mike Lee, it's over.
And the Red Sox win.
Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about Subaru. SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo's pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan, sun's out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James, Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella, here for good.
Red Sox win again!
Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter! 23-year-old Trey Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back! Grand slam!
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. CNS Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone! Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist.
Well, they just yelled. They're in fact an A-Rod are having words, and now they're in a fight.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on. New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Roman reigns supreme.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Cooper Boardman and Lenny DiNardo.
Welcome to Fenway Park and happy Friday night. It is a special night in this place. You can feel the buzz. Peyton Tolley set to make his major league debut. Red Sox have won 7 out of 8. And he and they take on the presumptive NL Cy Young Award winner in Paul Skenes. The Boston Red Sox and Pittsburgh Pirates, the first of 3. Alongside Lenny DiNardo, Cooper Boardman. And Lenny, this is one of those days when you walk into the ballpark, everyone you talk to, players and coaches and people, and listening on the concourse and here in this booth, there is a special feeling. The Red Sox are winning games, and it is as good of a pitching matchup as there could be.
Oh, it's just two 23-year-olds out there trying to get it done. You know, I kid. You know when you go to a concert and everybody's kind of dressed as the artists? You and I were walking in the concourse earlier, and I cannot remember seeing this many mustaches at Fenway Park in any given time. Both these guys have outstanding mustaches, facial hair. The game is strong.
It's an amazing thing. Peyton Tolley comes here to the big leagues after making 3 AAA starts. Began the year in A-ball in Greenville and ends his year in the major leagues. He's been dominant. We've heard so much about his fastball. We've seen it at AAA, and he takes that now to the big stage. And the Red Sox not only think that he will help them tonight, but hope that he'll help them down the stretch.
Yeah, and it's 60 foot 6 inches since you've been 13 years old. That's what he needs to go out there and remember that the game's not different. The competition's better, but if he goes out there and trusts his stuff in the strike zone like he's done repeatedly throughout the season, he should be okay.
And now here to perform the national place is filling up. Red Sox are in their Fenway greens where they've walked it off 5 times. It's time now for tonight's national anthem, brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining skilled trades careers, helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose brush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, yea, proof through the night that our flag was the stars spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Gabby B on the national anthem, brought to you again by BuildSubmarines.com, because it takes one to build one. Just looking out at Peyton Tolley standing in the home bullpen as he kind of looked around and took it all in. You hear the roar of the crowd. You feel this for the first time. I mean, you made your major league debut once. What is this moment like in his mind right now?
You want to be able to take it all in and appreciate it. With that said, you have a task at hand. You've got to go out there and compete, right? So there are moments throughout today. It's going to happen when he least expects it, coming off the field, walking on the field, little things, jumping over the line. He's going to remember those little things, but once he takes the ball on the rubber, you don't want to remember anything. You want to react. You want to go out there and put it in cruise control, continue to pound the strike zone. When he's doing that, that's when he's at his best. But yes, it's an important day for him. It's something he's going to remember forever. I remember mine like it was yesterday, 21 years ago and counting. And his is at Fenway Park. This is his home turf. Mine was in Old Yankee Stadium. So he's hearing a lot of cheers. I didn't quite hear that in Old Yankee Stadium at the time, but yeah, good for him. And he's got some tough competition out there in Paul Skenes.
No question. That takes us right to the Speed Report, brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. It is speed up the wazoo today. You have the 95.5-mile-an-hour fastball of Peyton Tolley against the 98-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball for Paul Skenes. And in the age of velocity, in the age where the average major league fastball from a right-hander is 95 miles an hour, this is another level of speed we're going to see tonight.
It really is. And, you know, speed's one thing. Like you said, everybody throws hard now, but it's about locating. It's about mixing in those secondary pitches. You know, his sweeper batting average against is 143. His changeup, this is Skenes, .096. So with that arm angle, with the fastball up to uppers toward 98, 100 miles an hour, those secondary pitches that he commands so well in any count, with that low arm angle, very deceptive. That's what makes him a pitcher versus a thrower.
Red Sox have Tolley on the mound at 6'6", 250 pounds. Paul Skenes on the other side at 6'6", 260 pounds between each side.
So 13 and a half feet of lefties are roughly 500 pounds, give or take.
Yeah, a little bigger than me.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Bigger than most.
Let's get to the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. For the Red Sox, Roman Anthony leads off once again, the right fielder. He's followed by Alex Bregman, the third baseman. He bats second. Jarren Duran back in that 3 spot. He's walking a ton here in the month of August. He bats third and plays left. And then Trevor Story, the man who they are calling yesterday the Trevor Story game, back in there, the shortstop, after the home run and really a game-saving diving grab at shortstop. Masataka Yoshida in the 5 spot. He's the designated hitter. Romy Gonzalez bats 6th and plays 1st. Nick Sogard bats 7th and plays 2nd. Cedon Rafaela bats 8th, the center fielder. And Connor Wong does the catching for Peyton Tolley in his major league debut. The Pittsburgh Pirates are 59-67 under manager Don Kelly, who took over after their manager Derek Shelton was fired back in May. Jared Triolo is their leadoff hitter, the shortstop, and the former Cape League MVP, Nick Gonzalez, the shortstop, bats second. Batting third, their star Brian Reynolds. He plays right. And the Red Sox, former Red Sox, that is, Tommy Pham bats cleanup. He's the left fielder. Batting fifth, the DH, the former MVP, Andrew McCutchen. Alexander Canario bats 6th and plays center. Henry Davis does the catching, batting 7th. Liover Peguero, the first baseman, bats 8th. And Isaiah Kiner-Falefa bats 9th and plays 3rd with Paul Skenes on the mound. Once again, starting lineups brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Peyton Tolley's just taken the mound for the very first time in his major league career, leaping over the first baseline with that big 6'6" frame in his first professional season. I'll tell you what, 6'6", 250, he looks every bit of it with the lights of Fenway Park shining down.
He's an imposing figure. I tell you what, his frame, looking on that mound, but seeing the baseball leave his hand, it's got a little extra something on it. You can tell from this angle up high that he's free and easy with his mechanics, but the ball just jumps when he releases it. A lot of that has to do with the elite extension we were talking about earlier in the dugout, how far out he gets toward those hitters. The spin rate, it's very hard to pick up.
He's wearing the number 70, a little bright yellow underneath Red Sox across his jersey. Green monster greens on with the white bottoms. Defense behind him, Baldwin Group defensive alignment as we look at who's protecting today's starter. Romy Gonzalez at first, Nick Sogard back up from AAA Worcester at second, Alex Bregman at third, Trevor Story at short, outfield left to right, Jaron Duran, Cedon Rafaela, and Roman Anthony with Connor Wong behind the plate. Sun setting over Boston's Back Bay. Could see some light peeking out from behind the clouds above the Charles River. Dark clouds overhead. We had some shadows and some rain on and off throughout the afternoon, but the tarp is off, and Peyton Tolley is about to deliver his first major league pitch. Staring daggers from behind a bright red glove. First pitch of his career is a fastball. Called strike one. On the inside corner at 97 miles an hour, Lenny.
That's the way to do it. Connor Wong threw the ball right to Tommy in the dugout. Good for him. He's officially a big leaguer.
Second pitch is another fastball and another called strike. Back-to-back 97s to start off Jared Triolo.
Gotta love that, going 0-2. That's the biggest thing. Like I said, everybody throws hard. It's about locating, getting to 2 strikes quick.
Steps and deals. Here's an 0-2. Swinging a tap back foul. Number 28 overall prospect in baseball. Number 7 pitching prospect in baseball. All the accolades.
So he's gone 97, 98, 99. Is he going to get to 100 right here?
Big deep breath like the first sign he saw. Here's the 0-2 to Triolo. And it swung on and missed. By him at 98. For the first major league strikeout for Peyton Tolley.
And I tell you what, walking around the mound, you can see the same type of energy that he brought to the minor leagues, bringing it up to the big league level. That's what you want to see. Don't change once you get here. Continue with that.
He's a guy, and in getting to know him over a few weeks at AAA, as he faces Nick Gonzalez and gets a fly ball foul high and off to the right on a sinker. A guy who is decidedly himself. The mustache and the hair that jumps out of the cap tells you so much of what you need to know. 0-1, and it's nicked back foul by Gonzalez on a 99-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball. It's 0-2.
And he's talking to himself. He's got a little bit of the bird, Mark Fidrich in him. I like that. You know, that's something that I recall as a pitcher, and I never threw 99 unless that radar gun was at, you know, the kilometers. But you got to have that mentality.
The 0-2 is swung on, foul back.
Keep that laptop covered over here, Cooper. Tell you what. Ball's coming straight back.
No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is just outside, at least in the estimation of Dan Iasonia, the crew chief. Tolley got 2 steps into his K-strut, then corkscrewed back.
Little change-up arm side right there. Just missed about a half an inch off the plate. A lot of youngsters aren't going to get that.
Gets a pop-up here. On the right side, Nick Sogard trots under it. Steps back right and puts it away. 2 up, 2 down for Peyton Tolley in his major league debut.
Pounding the strike zone. That's exactly what you want to see. I remember having butterflies at this moment. My first inning, a lot of butterflies, just kind of remembering that the field's the same dimensions, the mound. Looks like he's doing okay right now.
Facing the vet, Brian Reynolds, switch hitter batting from the right. And starts him with a fastball up and away for ball 1. (1-0). And a fastball in the outer half for a called strike. Started tonight just after 7:10. 67 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield. Better care, better pork. 1-1 from Peyton Tolley. is grounded left side, foul, just past the third base bag.
Nice little four-seam fastball right there. A little bit lower in the velocity. That ranged at 92. I'm not sure if that was a four-seamer. It might be a little cutter or something, probably.
He's got four-seamer 93, 94, 95. Can hit 98. We've already seen it. And the cutter. 1-2. Check swing, and he went around. 1, 2, 3 with 2 punch-outs in the first major league inning for Peyton Tolley. Glowers his way off. Paul Skenes next. No scores. We go to the bottom of the first on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Save big during Labor Day at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, buy more to get up to an additional 20% off. Shop even more savings with 3 Stay Green 1 cubic foot vegetable and flower garden soil bags for $10. This Labor Day, take care of your home for less at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
First pitch of the bottom of the first inning is inside on Roman Anthony from the right-hander Paul Skenes. Bottom one, no score. Red Sox and Pittsburgh Pirates on a Friday night from Fenway Park. Second pitch. And Roman grounds it up the middle at the shortstop, Jared Triolo, who gloves and throws him out to start the bottom of the first inning after Lenny Peyton Tolley delivered in the top of the first.
He sure did. He brought energy. He was pounding the strike zone. That last strikeout pitch was a nice back foot slider down and in. That's what you want to see. Keep that enthusiasm.
And now we see Paul Skenes for the first time ever on a Fenway Park mound, facing right-hand hitting Alex Bregman. First pitch is a fastball in the inside corner for a strike at a cool 99 from the man who's the favorite to win the National League Cy Young.
Yeah, both these guys, Skenes and Tolley, just a free and easy motion coming out hot at 98-99.
The 0-1. Swing and a fisted out hopper up the middle behind second. Triolo gloves again and throws from a dance from behind second and gets Bregman for a very quick second out here in the first inning.
Yeah, when you're facing pitchers that throw elite fastballs like this, as a hitter, you don't want to do anything different. You just want to start earlier. When you're facing guys that throw this hard, you feel like you got to get bigger and stronger, but it's the opposite. Slow down, start earlier, and get the barrel to the baseball.
Skenes gets 2 outs in 4 pitches, and now he faces Jarren Duran, who swings and misses late at 99. Pittsburgh in the black tops, gray bottoms. Skenes out of the line. Here comes the 0-1. And it is called high on another four-seam fastball at 98. Might have been generous, but it's 1-1.
He's got such a low arm angle, too. Very, very hard to pick up.
1-1. Swing and a miss. I mean, you and I have now seen 15, 20 pitches in this game. It's been heat, heat, heat.
Yeah, pitch to your strengths, right? As a pitcher, you want the offense to prove to you that you can hit that fastball before you start messing around with the secondary pitches.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Third batter that Skenes sees so far. Here comes the 1-2 from him. That's down and away. First changeup at 91 miles an hour from Paul Skenes.
And that's an elite changeup. I mentioned in pre, 96 batting average against on that pitch.
Ahead of the left-hand hitter, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He delivers. It's a pop-up high and foul off to the left. Lowest ERA in baseball, 2.07. Second straight year as the All-Star Game's starting pitcher. And the man who will win the Cy Young in the NL.
It's eerily quiet here at Fenway right now. Everybody's paying attention to him throwing.
Watching this, 2-2. Check swing in the dirt, tag applied, and Duran went around on a changeup. And that ends the first inning. Well, we said it was a night of pitchers. We've seen 6 guys bat, all of them out so far. We go to the second in a scoreless game on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist, to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Save big during Labor Day at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, buy more to get up to an additional 20% off. Shop even more savings with 3 Stay Green 1 cubic foot vegetable and flower garden soil bags for $10. This Labor Day, take care of your home for less at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
First pitch of the second inning is outside. Back to the backstop from Peyton Tolley. Facing Tommy Pham in the middle of the Pirates lineup. We're in the second inning of a scoreless game. 1-0. And a fastball slung inside. 2-0 from Tolley, who struck out 2 in his first major league inning.
Now that first inning's over, it's his time to take a deep breath and get back to what makes him good.
2-0. Swing and a miss. Good back foot slider there.
That registered as a 4-seam, but there's no way that was a fastball with the amount of movement on the glove side.
2-1. That's high, 3-1. The crazy part about watching him tonight, he's got his 4-seam fastball, 91, 92, but can obviously reach 98, 99. We've seen it. As he winds and delivers on a 3-1 pitch to Tommy Pham. And missed outside ball 4. First major league walk dealt by Peyton Tolley. But he picked up a cutter in the last month and a half, and now here he is throwing it as his second best pitch in his major league debut.
Yeah, they have the ability to learn a new pitch that quickly and then bring it out and showcase it in a minor league game, let alone a big league game. The aptitude's pretty incredible.
As a man on for Andrew McCutchen, right hand hitting DH. And McCutchen takes a strike on the inside corner. 17-year major league vet, 5-time All-Star, 2013 National League MVP. So that was 12 years ago. So Peyton was like 10 years old when Andrew McCutchen won the MVP. 0-1, blooper down the right field line, sinking down fair, and bounces into the stands. Automatic double for McCutchen. Probably hit it 120, 130 feet, bounced over the shortest wall in the ballpark. But it's a double, and Pittsburgh has 2 in scoring position with nobody out here in the second inning.
Yeah, Andrew hit that ball right above his hands. I'd be surprised if the bat's not broke and cracked. But I tell you what, putting the ball in play, doesn't matter what the miles per hour, what that exit velocity is.
Sox bring the infield in. Alexander Canario bats. He swings and misses on a 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer.
Infield's playing in. Trying to cut down on that run. Low-scoring game they're predicting.
Can understand that. It'll be an 0-1 from Tolley. Swing and a miss right by him again. We've seen it so much with Garrett Crochet and some of the best pitchers in the game, but Tolley has shown this ability. It can be 93, 94, and then when he needs it, it's 96, 97.
That's huge because you want to be able to add on and take off with that fastball.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss right by him. 3 straight 96-mile-an-hour heaters at the top of the zone, and he strikes out Canario on all 3.
That's huge bounce back right there. Walked the first batter, gave up just a little soft knock to right field. To be able to bounce back right there after a nice deep breath is huge.
Second inning, no score. Second and third. 1 out now. Henry Davis, right-hand hitting catcher, infield in. First pitch grounded foul. 3 Ks for Tolley. Our Bell Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. For every K from a Sox pitcher during the season, our Bell Insurance Foundation donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. The 0-1. Swinging a line drive foul down the left field line. So he walks the opening guy. Next guy doubles. And since that moment, Peyton Tolley's thrown 5 consecutive strikes.
Yeah, that's the plan, right? When he's at his best, he's pounding the strike zone.
Ahead 0-2. Just got to punch out. The pitch is up and away on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
Not a bad 0-2 pitch. Showing fastball away. It's going to open up that inner half. He could use that back foot slider, use the last inning for that third strikeout, or last strikeout of the inning, or he could come in with the fastball.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him up top and in at 97. 2 in scoring position. Back-to-back Ks.
I love the approach right there. You got the 2 strikes. You showed away, moved his eyes away from the plate to set up that hard fastball inside. Beautiful.
Infield backs up. They were in. They watched 2 strikeouts. 2 down. Now Liover Peguero. First pitch, tap back, foul. Number 1 reason why the Red Sox called him up was strike throwing. He's thrown 28 pitches and 21 strikes. The 0-1. Fastball high, and it's 1-1 on Peguero.
How many times have you seen a guy throwing 98 to 100 miles an hour that can't hit the broadside of a barn? I play with those guys in Double-A that never cracked the big leagues, and this is the difference between pitching and throwing.
1 ball, 1 strike. Swinging a high pop-up, shallow right. Sogard out. Anthony in. Right fielder calling. He's got it to end the inning. First Houdini act of the Major League career for Peyton Tolley. He strands 2 in scoring position. And we go to the bottom of the second scoreless on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Save big during Labor Day at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, buy more to get up to an additional 20% off. Shop even more savings with 3 Stay Green 1 cubic foot vegetable and flower garden soil bags for $10. This Labor Day, take care of your home for less at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story leads off in the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless game against Paul Skenes. He takes a fastball right there in the inside corner for a called strike one. First man of the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers, Lexus of Sharon, and Lexus of Hingham. Right on right. Here's the 0-1 to Trev. He swings and floats it high and foul off to the right. And he, like everybody else so far, except for one guy, is down 0-2 against Paul Skenes.
Just putting on a display of how to go about pitching right now. But Trevor Story is going to put together a good at-bat. He's been great so far. Hit his 200 and 201st home run against the Orioles last week, or this past week.
Won them the game yesterday against the Orioles in Baltimore. Diving catch and a homer. He's down 0-2. Pitch from Skenes. Outside, and first sweeper of his day.
That's a pitch Trevor Story would swing at early in the season. He's letting that go. That and the fastball up in the zone. He's getting to the fastball. He's letting that slider away, letting it go by.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield deep. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Man. 98 right by him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Skenes. And there's one down here in the second.
Tell you what, that fastball is playing on both teams today. That's got some giddy up. It looks like it has that rise at the end too, because he's got that low angle that helps that carry at the top.
Now it's Masataka Yoshida, left-hand hitter, DHing today. And he swings first pitch and lines it to left field for a base hit. He got 98 from Paul Skenes, just took it to left. And the Red Sox have their first hit and first base runner. It comes 1 out into the second inning.
I love the approach right there from Masa. Seeing the ball deep, line drive, swing. Didn't try to do too much. It's not like he's trying to get big. He just got the barrel to the baseball.
Had that 2-hit game on Monday. Alex Cora feels like a lot of his issues have been mechanical. He leads off first for Romy. And Gonzalez takes a called strike one. That's the Splinker, splitter, sinker mix at, I laugh when I say at 95.
It's unbelievable. It's not a ton of break, but it's just enough at the bottom of the zone.
The 0-1 is just outside. I mean, you know, a regular splitter is bottom of the zone and then falls down and guys swing over the top of it. It's not a pitch you throw in the zone. This Splinker sits in there for a called strike. 1-1, and the pitch is just inside of the sweeper. 2-1 on Gonzalez.
The Splinker, the kick change. There's so many pitches that did not exist. I mean, 5 years ago, let alone 20.
Yoshida leading off first in the second, 1 out, and the pitch is a fastball perfectly placed. Knee-high outer half, it's 2-2.
With a guy like Skenes, who's pounding the strike zone, using his fastball early, the Red Sox hitter should gear up that first pitch, get something early, because you don't want to get to 2 strikes with him.
And here we are, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Skenes steps off, throws over. Yoshida dives back.
Always a base running threat.
At least the threat to watch him run.
We joke because he's got that perfect form, you know.
People forget he is 12 for 12 in his major league career. Taking a very serious-looking lead over there at first. 2-2 from Paul Skenes is swung on and grounded up the middle. That gets through the base hit. Yoshida perfect forming in the second. Romy on first, and the Sox have back-to-back hits off of Paul Skenes.
Similar to Massa, short and quick to the baseball. That's inner half, right on the black, actually, getting the barrel to it. Way to make in-at-bat adjustments right there to get the barrel to the baseball.
Romy sets it for Sogard, tonight's seventh batter, sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777. First at bat for Nick Sogard in the major leagues since June. And he sees Paul Skenes with 2 men on and 1 out in the second inning. First pitch, takes up and away.
Tell you what, though, the versatility that Sogard brings to the club always seems to put together a good at-bat. Type of guy you really want on this squad approaching the playoffs.
1-0. Swing and a miss. And I mean, we've seen the way they've moved this roster around. Guys like Sogard, David Hamilton back up from AAA after a short stint. We saw Justin Son Garcia for a moment. These guys are going to get chances down the stretch. 1-1. Pitch is grounded right side slowly into the hole. Gonzalez gloves to second one. That's all they get. Sogard safe at first on the fielder's choice. Score at 4-6. And they're 2 down in the second, but the Sox have runners on the corners now in the second inning.
Again, doing a good job getting the barrel to the baseball. Lock and happen, runner on third base. Apply some pressure right here. Do everything you can to get that runner third in. Runs are at a premium for sure.
We saw it in the top of this inning. Pittsburgh put runners on second and third. Peyton Tolley got out of it. Bottom 2, men on first and third. Cedon Rafaela now. Right-hand hitting center fielder. First pitch from Paul Skenes. Sogard faked the go, and the pitch is a strike. Fastball at the top of the zone.
One thing about Rafaela, he likes the big moment. We saw that the other day. He wants to be able to thrive in this situation for the club.
0-1. Fastball called high. Rafaela brought the bat into the zone, pulled it back. And the count's 1-1. Probably a generous call there.
Pretty good pitch right there without the swing. But they asked him the other day after he went deep late in the game, what were you thinking? What'd you want to do? I wanted to go deep with a huge smile.
1-1. He fouls it off the catcher, Henry Davis. He's down 1-2. Struggled since the All-Star break. They've talked with him about getting that ball out front a little bit more. He's pulling the baseball. It's just been on the ground a lot over these last few weeks until that swing the other day.
Hopefully that's a sign of things to come.
Down to the count against Skenes. 1-2. He fights it off. Foul off to the right.
It's a good swing on a 99-mile-an-hour heater right there. I mean, when he was hot, he was peppering that National Car Rental sign, putting dents in it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 men on, 2 down. Pitch from Paul Skenes to Cedon Rafaela. Runner goes outside, and Sogard's got second. So they picked the 2-2 count, or 1-2 count, saw a sweeper outside, and Sogi's hit his second easily to put 2 in scoring position in the bottom of the second inning after we saw it in the top for Pittsburgh.
It's a good take right there from Rafaela. Tons of movement on that, but he recognized it was a ball out of the hand.
2-2. And he swings and misses. 98 right by him. Again, we said pitcher's duel. Both guys went 1-2-3. Both guys worked out of trouble in the second. And we go to the third, scoreless between the Red Sox and Pirates on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
This Labor Day at Lowe's, shop member-only doorbuster deals for a limited time. Save $50 on an Ego string trimmer, now $169. Plus, get 50% off select Holland pavers. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, Labor Day doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/1 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
First pitch of the third inning outside to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa from Peyton Tolley. We're in the third inning, no score. Red Sox and Pirates on a Friday night from Fenway. Peyton Tolley's major league debut through 2 scoreless. Second pitch, and it's outside again, 2-0. Folks, don't miss the 4-day Labor Day sale at Shaws and Star Market. Get select sizes and varieties of Friendly's ice cream or novelties, just $2.77 each when you use a digital coupon. Limit 4. 2-0. That is called low and away.
When he's missing with his fastball, the first 3 and a couple last inning, he seems to be opening up his glove side just a little prematurely, casting his arm out slightly.
3-0. And put that one nicely down the middle at 94. So you change that quickly.
Absolutely. What you want to do when you're doing that is basically think about throwing over your elbow rather than your forearm. It's a slight difference, but it helps.
3-1. Swing and a blooper into shallow right field. Sogard out. Second baseman calling. He makes the catch. And then at the last moment, kind of ballerina stepped his way out of a diving Roman Anthony. Everybody's good. Both guys nodding, and there's one down in the third inning.
Good adjustment there from Tolley. This could have been bad. Sogard running. It's a good thing Anthony was able to dive before making contact. That's one of those balls that's in no man's land. It's really hard for either one of them to get to.
One down for Jared Triolo. This is the leadoff hitter for Pittsburgh. Right hand hitting shortstop. And it's chopped back foul. So that's one trip through a major league lineup now for Peyton Tolley. He did it mostly on the 4-seam fastball with some cutters mixed in. Just started Triolo off with a cutter. The 0-1. And gets a pop-up high and foul. 97-mile-an-hour 4-seamer.
I like the approach so far. Use your best pitch. You don't have to show all your cards the first time around the lineup. Start mixing in those secondary pitches in any count.
0-2. Swinging a line shot up the middle. Diving stop Sogard. And he kept it off the ground. One step to his right. Backhanded behind second. And gets his pitcher the second out of the third inning. And Tolley's got a big mustache smile.
Tell you what, we talked about the versatility of Nick Sogard. But I tell you what, he's a pretty elite defender. That's 2 outstanding big league plays he's made so far this inning.
2 down. First pitch line. Foul off to the right from Nick Gonzalez. Again, part of the reason why Sogard's here is to play good defense everywhere that he goes. The 0-1. That's up and away, and a cutter. It's 1-1.
Got a little mustache on mustache here.
We have
Gonzalez and Tolley both have legit stashes.
1-1. Check swing. Did he go? Yep, he did. Change up low. It's 1-2. The mustache per capita in here tonight is unreal.
It really is. So many people that had beards yesterday shaved them in the mustaches just for this event.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. The pitch. Up and away. Change up. It ran arm side from Tolley. First 2 major league innings. He punched out 4. Looking for his 5th K with nobody on, 2 down in a scoreless game. The 2-2. And swung on and missed. 98. Bayou.
He had nowhere to go right there. That ball was inside, could not get the barrel to it. Outstanding pitch.
And we are on our way to the bottom of the 3rd inning in a scoreless game at Fenway on a Friday night. The Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
This is a 15-second test message. It's Friday evening. Your closest location is Washington, D.C. You are using a desktop device. You have heard this message 6 or more times. End of message.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your home a new look. Buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Then, add the final touch with 2 for $8 on select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Refresh your home and save big while doing it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowes.com/rebates for details.
Hi, this is Connor Wong. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Connor Wong leads off in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And takes outside from Paul Skenes. No score. Red Sox and Pittsburgh Pirates on a Friday night from Fenway. 9-1-2 in the Herb Chambers batting order. 1-0 from Skenes. He swung on and popped up high. Center field, tough play. Canario in. Center fielder has it go off his glove. And Connor Wong safe at first. Second baseman Gonzalez was out. All of a sudden, you realized he was going way out there. Canario got a late break on it. And it knocks off the leather for a leadoff man on for the Sox here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
We saw one of those pop-ups in no man's land last inning. And now we've got one there. He took his eye off it. I think he heard footsteps at the last second. Kind of hit his glove right on the heel. You got to take advantage of situations like that.
Canario given an air, top of the lineup. And Roman Anthony takes lone in for ball 1. 3rd inning brought to you by Citgo. Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now. Instantly save 23 cents a gallon on your first fill-up. 1-0 from Skenes. Is a fastball called the strike at the top inner corner of the zone at 98. And it's 1-1 on Roman, who saw 2 pitches back in the 1st inning and grounded out to short. Wong has the smallest lead imaginable at first base. Pitch down and away and a changeup, and it's 2-1.
Typical Roman Anthony approach, just taking pitches he really can't do anything with, trying to get that fastball down the middle. Good count to take a big hack. 1 pitch, 1 zone right here.
2-1. And he swings and he lines it to center field, sinking, down a hit. Wong to second, Roman to first. 2 on to start the 3rd inning against Paul Skenes, and that was typical Roman Anthony.
Got his fastball. Skenes does not want to go 3-1, doesn't want to walk him, so Anthony's looking for that one pitch. It was right down the middle, got a good fastball. If you know it's coming, it makes it so much easier to get the barrel to it.
Now the Red Sox, for the second straight inning, have 2 men on against Paul Skenes. Long on second, Anthony on first, nobody out in the 3rd inning of a scoreless game. Alex Bregman now. First pitch. He takes a strike. Sinker at 98. So that's the first sinker out of the back pocket of Paul Skenes. Ran 17 inches.
Alex did not like that call. Bottom of the zone.
The 0-1. Swinging a ground ball left side of the third baseman. IKF to second. 1 on to first. It's a double play. Got another one of those sinkers. Pounded it into the ground. They go 5-4-3. 2 down as Connor Wong moves to third.
Got the runner on third base. Got to get the ball in play right here. I mean, Skenes is going to that fastball when he really needs an out, trying to knock the bat out of these Red Sox players' hands inside.
That's a pitch, the sinker from Skenes, that had almost become like social media famous, especially the left-hand hitters, where he would start it at him and then jump over the inside corner. He's not thrown it very much this year. Man on third, 2 down, Jarren Duran now. He cuts and misses, so after sinkers low, he starts Duran high at 97 with a 4-seamer.
You look at that sinker to Bregman, it's a ball that started right inner third inside and kind of worked its way farther in toward the handle of the bat.
0-1. Jarren takes up and in. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the official hospital of the Red Sox, providing first aid at Fenway, supporting Red Sox scholars. Learn more at bidmc.org. Man on third, no score, 3rd inning. Paul Skenes to Jarren Duran. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That's that Splinker. Down and away, and Duran took a flailing swing. It's 1-2.
That's a nasty pitch for so many reasons. The lack of velocity, the difference between the fastball, the movement, the location. That's a dominant pitch right there.
All night long, 2 guys, Tolley for the Sox, Skenes for the Pirates, been in a little trouble every time they've gotten a strikeout. Man on third, a 1-2. The pitch outside. Good leave on a changeup that time. This pitch you just can't swing at. Opponents are hitting 0.96 against Paul Skenes' changeup.
That's a good job by Duran, seeing one, swinging at it, and making that adjustment the next pitch.
2-2. Takes down and in. Bouncing changeup. It's 3-2.
Again, 3-2 count. You want to look for that fastball. Don't leave it in the hands of the umpire. Anything close, you want to be hacking.
Red Sox and Pirates scoreless in the 3rd. Infield shifted right side for the left-hand hitter. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Shallow left field. Tommy Pham in front of the monster. Makes the catch. And that ends the inning. More threats, nothing more. We're on our way to the 4th inning. No score between the Red Sox and Pittsburgh on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
This Labor Day at Lowe's, shop member-only doorbuster deals for a limited time. Save $50 on an Ego string trimmer, now $169. Plus, get 50% off select Holland pavers. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, Labor Day doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/1 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
Deborah had to have surgery.
I had hip surgery in November of 2024.
Her United Healthcare nurse, Crystal, checked on her.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell that she was struggling.
Deborah needed help.
My infection markers were through the roof.
And Crystal knew what to do.
I called the hospital and said she's coming in.
And got Deborah the help she needed.
Crystal and United Healthcare saved my life.
Hear more stories like Deborah's at uhc.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa! That crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Top four, no score. Red Sox and Pirates from Fenway. Peyton Tolley's back on the mound. He starts with strike one to the right-hand hitting Bryan Reynolds. Major League debut for the 22 years young Peyton Tolley at 6'6", 250 pounds. 0-1, swing and a miss on a changeup, and it's 0-2.
Starting to mix the changeup, the off-speed a little bit more this time around in the fourth inning. Threw a lot of fastballs first time. I like the approach. Speeding up and slowing down the bats.
He's just standing on the rubber in his set position waiting for Reynolds. Now he's in 0-2. That's down and away, and a cutter, and it's 1-2.
He's up in age where that's all he knows is the pitch clock, really. Yeah. You know, never had to make that adjustment.
This is his only year of professional baseball. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Boy, he got one heck of a fish. 97 outside. Reynolds took a terrified swing. And there's one down in the fourth inning on the sixth strikeout for Peyton Tolley.
The swing looked like he had a fly swatter, basically. Just trying to get a fly at the outer half. That's a good sign.
I mean, that's an all-star from last year, Bryan Reynolds. One down, and first pitch fouled off to the right from Tommy Pham. I mean, that's a guy who has 34 doubles in the big leagues this year. He's fourth in the big leagues. And Tolley just got a swing you almost never see him take. 0-1, ground ball left side. Backhand stop at third. Bregman to his feet. Throws across in time. Now the help comes. Tolley smiling. Bregman making plays. What else is new? And there's two down to the fourth.
Tell you what, smiling huge, and why not? Alex Bregman making a big league grab right there. Getting down to his knees to grab the ball. Standing up and firing a perfect strike to first base. Tell you what, his defense this year has been all the difference for this Red Sox club.
Tolley finally put the smile away. Now he faces Andrew McCutchen. 2 up, 2 down in the fourth. And a first pitch, high and tight. We gave you the Reynolds number, fourth in the league in doubles. He's our league leader in Who's Circling the Drain, presented by Drains by James. Eastern Mass's leader in residential commercial drain cleaning and pipelining at drainsbyjames.com. Pitch outside, Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes. No score in the top of the fourth inning at Fenway Park. Red Sox and Pirates. Major League debut for Peyton Tolley. 2-0. He misses inside. McCutchen jumped out of the way of it. It's 3-0.
McCutchen's been doing this for a long time. I'm looking at him at the plate right now. He's looking at the outfield right before he goes into his windup, trying to see where everybody's at, and then dials into that square.
3-0. Fastball called to strike.
It's a little square where the release point is. That's what hitters look at. This little box, try to clear out everything else except for that little spot.
And in Tolley's case, that release point is pretty darn close to you.
Really close. Closer than most.
3-1. That is low for ball four. McCutchen spiked the bat away as if to express his displeasure on the call on the pitch before. There's the second walk of the outing for Peyton Tolley.
Taking a step off the back of the rubber, taking that nice deep breath. Just a little bit of a reset right here.
Man on for Alexander Canario. He swings first pitch and chops it foul. Quick Subaru of New England scoreboard as the Red Sox have one of their young pitching prospects making his major league debut tonight. So too do the New York Mets. Jonah Tong is through 2 scoreless at Citi Field. They lead Miami 7-0. Pitch is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2. Lots of love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. 6 strikeouts for Peyton Tolley. He's 2 outs into the 4th inning. And he's ahead 0-2 on Canario, who he struck out on 3 pitches an inning ago. Pitch outside.
He got to 0-2 via the high fastball away. Tried to go back to it. Everything's kind of been on the outer half right here. You like to think maybe he's going to switch up and go inside. Probably another fastball. He hasn't proved he can get to it.
McCutchen dancing off first. The pitch. Fastball high.
Canario is one of those guys you don't want to throw a breaking ball to breaking ball bat speed. You want to stick with the heater unless you feel like you can locate that back foot.
2-2 outside. Missed with that slider. He tried to go back foot. Ended up kind of spinning on him. First little show, and it's very slight of frustration for Peyton Tolley. Pounded his fist into his mitt. And he goes 3-2. So McCutchen running with 2 out. The payoff pitch is chopped into the ground third base side at Bregman, who charges. He throws on the run. End time to end another scoreless Peyton Tolley inning, who instead of muttering is yelling as he walks off the mound. Still scoreless. We go bottom 4 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Save big during Labor Day at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, buy more to get up to an additional 20% off. Shop even more savings with 3 Stay Green 1 cubic foot vegetable and flower garden soil bags for $10. This Labor Day, take care of your home for less at Lowe's. We help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Trevor Story leads off in the Herb Chambers batting order. Bottom of the 4th inning, no score. Red Sox and Pirates. First pitch, swinging a ground ball right to the shortstop, Jared Triolo, who gloves and throws across the diamond to start the 4th inning. Brought to you by Cars for Kids. Easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. That's Cars with a K. Got a World Series champ in the house here. Manny Del Carmen with us. What's up, Manny?
Hey, what's up, man? Thank you for having me. Super excited. Glad to be here.
Lenny was beaming when you walked in.
Me and Lenny go way
former
back.
Teammate right here. I love seeing former teammates. He was a good one.
Masataka Yoshida takes high and tight for ball 1.
He was a hard thrower too. We got a couple hard throwers on the mound.
Well,
Let's all bring another hard thrower into the booth.
I mean, my hard throwing was hard, but that was average back then. Now everybody throws that or harder. So
1 ball, no strikes. Pitches a slider down the middle for a strike, 1-1.
You teaching that fastball to the next generation?
Trying to. I got a couple kids that can throw pretty good. You know how it is though. You need mechanics and you need your legs. So
absolutely,
a lot to work on.
You got some kids here at the ballpark tonight. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, it's the RBI, the Red Sox League in Boston. My 2 teams, 13 and 15, 6 and 18, happened to win a championship this year. So they invited us for a ceremony before the game. The kids are having a blast. The Red Sox have been great. They got to see some of the players on the field. I think Alex Bregman and Marcelo came out to say hi to them. Some Q&A stuff. It was pretty cool.
How many kids are here tonight?
With families, about 60. I want to say 60, 65 maybe. They're kind of spread out everywhere in the park right now. But like I said, it's a great night. Just glad the weather held up, and we're here.
Masataka Yoshida takes outside, sprints down to first base, and the Sox have a man on with a man down against Skenes here in the 4th inning.
You're trying to raise some funds for the academy as well. There's a cruise coming up in March.
Oh yeah, you're on it, buddy. You're on the cruise. We're on it. It's
Alan Embry, Keith Falk.
Flash Gordon. I think we even brought Psycho to come on the cruise, which is going to be a great time. So, but yeah, that's definitely to 2026 in March 15th to the 21st. I mean, just because you brought it up, we need signups. We need people to, Red Sox Nation, Boston Nation, check our website out, baboston.org to sign up. I mean, Sarah Smith very well.
SarahsWorldTravels.com. Is that where another place you can find the cruise site?
Yes, she's been working really hard for us to get this going. We actually got on the cruise ship yesterday, which I was a little terrified, to tell you the truth. But I've never been on a ship like that big. But she's been doing great work for us, really believes in our mission and what we're doing here in the city. And please go to baboston.org and check out Sarah. Lenny will be on the ship. You'll be doing most of the emceeing on the ship, mingling with the fans, and it's going to be an awesome time. So I recommend everybody to get out there.
Nick Sogard batting. He takes a strike after a single from Romy Gonzalez. The Red Sox have runners on first and second with one out in the bottom of the 4th inning of a scoreless game. Sogard facing the right-hander Paul Skenes. 1 ball, 1 strike, man down. And the pitch is down and away. Manny Del Carmen with us in the booth. For our listeners who don't know about the Boston Athletic Academy, can you tell them all about it?
Yes. Well, me and my best friend, high school catcher, partner in crime, whatever you want to name it, Jose Diaz, we started this 3 years ago. We've been nonprofit for 8 years, really trying to make an impact in the city. Our inner city youth, we're just being a bridge. We're not trying to step on toes, create a new, like they say, create the wheel. Like, we're just trying to really help these kids academically, and baseball being the vehicle. But at the same time, it's just having a safe space in the city. We're in Hyde Park. We're getting kids from all over the city, which it's hard to hear because, when you hear most of it, it's, what part of the city you're from, what street you're from. It's really, what we're doing is having all these kids from all over different neighborhoods. It doesn't matter. Once you walk in, there is a safe environment for them, and it's working. We're having a good relationship with the Red Sox Foundation, the Boston Red Sox. Like a lot of sponsors really believe in what we're doing, academics and sports, and that's what it's all about.
It's awesome. Nick Sogard flies out to center, 2 down. 2 men on here, Red Sox and Pirates in a scoreless game. And Cedon Rafael is set to face Paul Skenes.
If you want to teach the kids how to throw a cutter, just give me a call.
I didn't throw a cutter, so I will be calling you. I mean, it seems like one of the better pitches these days in the game. So
count 1-0 on Rafaela. And on first and second, 1-0 from Skenes to Cedon here in the 4th inning. That's high and tight.
Manny, what do you like about these pitchers so far, Skenes and Tolley?
Well, I was excited. I mean, I just got the news about Buehler today, and then, you get a rookie up here. He looks like a dog out there, though. He's walking off the mound like, let's go. And that's, just jumping right into everything that they're doing well right now, which is awesome. And then having Skenes on the mound, I'm like, all my boys over there crazy about it, which is pretty cool, too. So
2-0, Tapper in front of the plate, right past Skenes, through his glove, left side, IKF throw, gets away, up the first base line. Yoshida scores. Reynolds finally gets to it and gets it in. The Red Sox will take a gift. It's 1-0 in the 4th.
That's awesome.
I tell you what, they've been putting together good at-bats consistently throughout this game. You put the ball in play, good things happen. You force Skenes to come off the mound right there. You got it past him. It's all about getting runners on base, applying pressure, and just putting the ball in play.
Thanks for showing up. We couldn't get a run all night.
No, hey, it's like I said, good pitching most of the time beats good hitting, right? But, you take them however you can. And that was a, good hustle by Rafaela, too. Everything's working for them right now, which is awesome to see.
First pitch inside to Connor Wong. Red Sox end up with runners on second and third. Gonzalez on third. Rafaela on second. Leading 1-0 here in the fourth inning. First few Let's Go Red Sox chants of the night. 1-0. Is on the inside corner for a strike. Manny, what is it like to walk back in here, especially on a night like this?
It's tough. You know, I think Lenny can say it. There's nothing better in the world to drive to Fenway and be in your job, and, you know, the guys and running and throwing long toss and working out is your job. But it's always good to come back to the park. The Red Sox have been great. I mean, me being a local boy, they keep me busy, and now being involved with the Red Sox Foundation, they see the change that we're trying to make in the city because, you know, the kids are our future. And just to be part of that and believing in us is pretty cool.
Ground out ends the inning. Manny, thanks for coming by.
Thank you guys for having me. That was awesome.
Thanks, Manny.
Thanks, Lenny. Appreciate you guys.
And it got us a run. Red Sox leading 1-0 as we go to the fifth in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your home a new look. Buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Then, add the final touch with 2 for $8 on select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Refresh your home and save big while doing it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
For the first time in his major league career, Peyton Tolley has some run support as we go to the fifth inning. 1-0 Red Sox. First pitch was a strike. His second pitch to Henry Davis is swung on and popped up foul behind the plate. And it's 0-2. Well past the 110th pitch, brought to you by 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill is proud to be an official partner of the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Big inning for Peyton Tolley right here. Needs a shutdown inning. Got that one run. Keep pounding the zone.
0-2's outside. What have you thought? I know the answer is going to be it's pretty darn good, but what have you thought of his demeanor over what we've seen over his first couple hours as a big leaguer? Pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeout. That'll work.
I feel like the heartbeat is as slow as it should be, right? You don't want a super slow heartbeat on the mound. You want to have that up tempo. He's having fun out there, which is on par with what he did in the minor leagues, right? You can tell he's out there having fun, pounding the strike zone, and he hasn't changed. You know, oftentimes you see guys that are successful in the minor leagues come to the big leagues and they feel like you have to do something different. He's not doing that.
One down, pitch up and away to Liover Peguero.
It's important. It's important for them to go out there and be themselves.
1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, down and in. There it is, fourth inning bell, brought to you by Russell Hackman and the team at Hackman Wealth Partners, Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Request your appointment today or learn more at hackmanwealth.com. 2-0 count, pitch, swinging a fly ball into center field. Sogard out, second baseman still out, called off, and Roman Anthony makes the play. That time the right fielder took full command. And Peyton Tolley is 2 outs into the fifth inning. Nobody on, 7 strikeouts, and still a 0 in the Pittsburgh R column.
Yeah, still using the fastball effectively, sprinkling more off-speed pitches in just to keep them off of that baseline pitch.
Now faces Connor Falefa and misses down and in on a cutter. Look down at the landing spot. Big dude, Does the landing spot matter anymore when you're 6'6", 250?
I just think they change it to a crater. It's not a landing spot, it's a crater when you're 6'6", 250.
1-0 is on the inside corner. You're right. That's a Richter scale right there. And he just keeps getting ahead. Put 94. Now 1-1. That time missed low. He was behind him for a rare moment. 2-1. Quick Subaru of New England scoreboard check. Yankees in Chicago against the White Sox. That's a 1-0 lead for New York. 2-1, line drive down the right field line, hooking towards the pole, but it's foul.
Heck of a catch down there by a fan.
You reach out and grab that.
That looked easy.
Row.
It's an out at a Bananas game.
Gave it to the kid. Nice round of applause from the pesky pole section. 2-2, swung on and missed on a slider. Inning over. 5 shutty over for Peyton Tolley. Man, we go bottom 5, 1-0 Sox in his major league debut on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ice, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your home a new look. Buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Then, add the final touch with 2 for $8 on select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Refresh your home and save big while doing it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Hi, this is Roman Anthony. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
First pitch coming to Roman from Paul Skenes in the bottom of the 5th inning. And he takes a fastball up and out for ball 1. Red Sox lead the Pittsburgh Pirates 1-0. Little chopper with a man on second base. A throwing error gifted the Red Sox their first run in the 4th. 1-0's outside, 2-0. So we give you the Red Sox code word of the game, 25 Winkowski. Number 25, and then Winkowski, like Josh. Make sure to enter your code word of the member portal today to claim your points. 2-0, and a slider down and in, 3-0 on Roman Anthony. He's the first Red Sox batter to reach a 3-0 count tonight against Paul Skenes.
That's on par, right, for Roman Anthony?
Yeah, I guess if you're going to put the money on one guy.
He's the guy.
He's the guy. Give me the guy to walk too. 3-0. And he takes a 4-seam fastball at the knees for a strike. 3-1.
He's one of those guys that automatically takes 3-0. Euclid, my roommate back in 05, never swung one time in his career 3-0.
Roman doesn't quite have the stance down, but 3-1. And he takes on 3-1 for another strike. 99 and a half, 3-2. This is where it's so fun to watch Roman, the way he discerns information. He grounds out in the first at bat. He singles in the second. Now he's seen 5 more pitches against Paul Skenes in his 3rd at bat. Just got back-to-back fastballs. He's 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch from Paul Skenes to Roman Anthony. And he swings and hits it high. Right field towards the wall. And is gone! Roman Anthony homers off Paul Skenes. It's 2-0 Sox in the 5th.
You have got to be kidding me. 3-0 count. Got 2 fastballs, and you called it. Saw those 2 pitches, 98, 99 miles an hour, and was waiting for that 3-2 fastball in the same location. The aptitude to make in-at-bat adjustments for the young Roman Anthony is unparalleled at this point.
That was a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Alex Bregman now. He takes a slider for a strike. Roman Anthony.
What a swing.
On a night where we talked about 23-year-old Skenes, 22-year-old Tolley, pitch outside. It's 21-year-old Roman.
My goodness. He's smiling. See him in the dugout. Doesn't happen often.
You homer off Skenes, you get to smile.
You get to smile.
1-1 and a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2. That whole sequence, I mean, he goes 3-0. He sees fastball, 98, 99, and he gets 99 inner half and torched it. 1-2. That's down and away. Barely so. 2-2.
I mean, you really hit it on the head right there. He saw 2 pitches. He was looking fastball after timing it up. Doesn't have to swing at him. Just saw them out of the hand.
408 feet. 2-2. Swinging a foul back. It cleared the short wall beyond Pesky's pole in right, past the jut out, and planted itself firmly about 10 rows deep in right field. And when it landed, Fenway went powder keg.
He got that one for sure.
Bregman at a 2-2 count. And the pitch, swinging a chopper to the ground third base side at Falefa. He charges gloves and throws across for the first out of the 5th inning.
I tell you, Roman's continually been able to hit the ball hard. Early on this season, when he first came up, it was a lot of ground balls in the hole. Started to turn into some line drives, and now you're starting to see those power numbers start to rise.
1 down, nobody on for Jarren Duran. You see what happens when he lifts the baseball. Pitch here is outside for ball 1.
You saw 497 from him, right?
That's why I didn't really see it. Went way over my head.
You saw it for a second?
Yeah. I'm not even sure it went 497. I think it was just dust off the bat. 1-0. And that's on the outside corner. And that is the thing about Roman that's so crazy, is that the version of him that we're seeing right now is maybe, and I don't mean this actually, but the worst he's going to be at 21 years old. Pitch, foul back, which is an insane thing to say out loud.
Yeah, he's only going to get better. The power numbers are going to continue to rise. And in keeping with that same approach, his on-base percentage is just going to be insane. So the string and the cork went 497. How far did the cover go?
Never saw it. Vaporized. Be a 1-2 to Duran. Swing and a miss. He strikes out. Good time to ask the New England Chevy dealers question of the day. Together we drive at Sox Booth on Twitter. Which debut have you been most excited for this season? Tolley, Anthony, Mayer, Christian Campbell. You can imagine the runaway favorite. He just homered.
Yeah. Yep. This is a close one, though. I got to think when the results come out.
2 down. Trevor Story. He takes outside for ball 1. Talked to Alex Cora pregame. We asked him about when you have all these guys making their debuts, do you do anything? And he goes, no, I leave them alone. 1-0. That's outside. But also instilled the idea that, you get one debut. You get one moment that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. And you and I walked through yours earlier. You had it at the old Yankee Stadium. I know that it's something that you'll never forget for the rest of your life. The people who you love will never forget it. 2-0. Swing and a foul tip in and out of the mitt. And tonight for Peyton Tolley, that's watching Roman go deep. That's watching his team give him a 2-0 lead. And so far, it's 5 scoreless innings against Paul Skenes.
Yeah, I mean, just to be able to say, yeah, my debut went this way, but I was facing Paul Skenes. You know, I'm telling people who I faced in the batter's box.
2-1 is a fastball for a strike. Your first Major League K, Hideki Matsui.
Yeah. I can't remember who was pitching for the Yankees. That's the thing. This is storybook right here.
Red Sox leading this game 2-0. Air gave them their first run in the 4th inning, and then Roman just hit a nuke off of Paul Skenes to go up 2-0. 2 down, nobody on. 2-2 count to Trevor Story. Skenes out of the line. His 82nd pitch of the night is foul back.
I mean, 82 pitches. 1 out in the 5th. That says a lot about the offensive approach this Red Sox has taken against Paul Skenes. One of, if not the most elite pitcher in baseball, getting the pitch count up. He's not accustomed to this.
Even here, 2-2. This will be a 6th pitch in this at-bat. Here it comes, and it swung on and missed, but it was dropped by Henry Davis. Ends up on the dirt, and there's pitch number 7 coming now to Trevor Story.
And with the professional at bat, the more balls that you foul off, the more likely you're going to get something in the zone that you can do damage on.
2 balls and 2 strikes again. Story's 0 for 2. Pitch, swing and a miss. He's 0 for 3. But the Red Sox will take it. Roman Anthony goes deep. They lead 2-0 as we go to the 6th. Peyton Tolley back out in his Major League debut with a 2-run lead on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your home a new look. Buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Then, add the final touch with 2 for $8 on select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Refresh your home and save big while doing it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Deborah had to have surgery.
I had hip surgery in November of 2024.
Her United Healthcare nurse, Crystal, checked on her.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell that she was struggling.
Deborah needed help.
My infection markers were through the roof.
And Crystal knew what to do.
I called the hospital and said she's coming in.
And got Deborah the help she needed.
Crystal and United Healthcare saved my life.
Hear more stories like Deborah's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
First pitch from Peyton Tolley is outside for ball 1 to the right-hand hitting Jared Triolo. Red Sox lead 2-0 against the Pittsburgh Pirates on Friday night at Fenway Park. Roman Anthony just homered. 1-0 from Tolley is low. So the line to this point for Peyton Tolley in his Major League debut, 5 scoreless, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts.
Take that for a debut.
Yeah. 2-0's down and in. It's 3-0. He's had a couple moments like this where he's lost his zone, and every single time so far, he's been able to dial it right back in.
Yeah, for a young player to know when to take that deep breath, step off the back of the rubber, and dial it back in is important.
Pitch. There it is. Strike. 94-mile-an-hour cutter, I think. Fastball tonight on the pitch tracking is registering as a fastball. The cutter is also registering as a fastball. 3-1. Swinging a line drive in a right field towards Anthony. Moving left, he makes the catch on a loping jog. And that is how the third time through the lineup begins. 1 out for Peyton Tolley.
Yes, anywhere from 89 to 91 you're seeing with that fastball is typically the cutter. You're seeing a lot of 97, 98s with the fastball. pitching to contact, having that mentality. A guy in the Red Sox clubhouse, another lefty that I'm sure he's paid attention to, Garrett Crochet. This is the template.
Nick Gonzalez fouls it back.
Very similar stuff, but the mentality to go right after these hitters consistently, that's what you want to do with what he's bringing to the table.
No balls and a strike. Pitch from him is swung on and blooped to left field. That's a base hit for Nick Gonzalez. So a man on with a man down. Red Sox leading 2-0 here in the 6th inning. I mean, Crochet Arsenal-wise is right around where Tolley has been tonight. He's 70% four-seam fastball and cutter combined. As Andrew Bailey, for the first time, exits the Red Sox dugout to talk with Tolley. And Peyton tonight has been 80% four-seam fastball and cutter.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best pitch, right? The fastball, the cutter off, that looks like a fastball, that late glove side movement's very important. Mixing in those other secondary pitches, the little curveball, slider, breaking ball thing he throws. But his bread and butter, the fastball. Being able to dial that in and locate that pitch, very important. That's only the second hit of the game. Andrews is giving a little bit of a breather right there. It's a good time for it, getting close to 80 pitches.
Red Sox very quickly have action in their bullpen. Tolley's been on somewhat of a pitch count, not a full one at AAA. But obviously, they're not going to have him much more than 90 pitches as Brian Reynolds fouls it off to the left side of the ground. I mean, that was his 80th pitch of the night. He had not surpassed 80 at AAA this year.
Ideally, he's wanting to get a ground ball right here.
The 0-1. Reynolds takes low. Greg Weissert up. Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. And I would think, just based on watching him at AAA, that he's probably one or two more batters in this game. 1-1. Swinging a fly ball foul off to the right. And for the fan yelling at the radio, this is his first major league appearance. This is his first professional season. And there's a level of, taxation on his arm that they're wary of.
And plus, you want him to lead this outing with a ton of confidence. You want him to build on it.
1-2. Outside, 2-2.
But he's trying to get that ground ball. First two pitches of this at-bat, cutters, went to the fastball, changeup right there. A lot of secondary pitches mixing. He's trying to get the bottom of the barrel on that ball.
Red Sox leading 2-0, 6th inning, man on, tying run in the box. It'll be a 2-2 to Reynolds, and it swung on, grounded left side through. Bregman kind of dove after it. He had no shot. It wasn't hit that hard, just into the ground, but it skips to left, and Pittsburgh's got back-to-back hits now in the 6th inning, and the tying runs are on base.
We got his ground ball. Wasn't hit particularly hard, just hit where nobody was. Really couldn't get to it. Looks like Alex is going to go get him. What a fantastic debut for the youngster.
Fenway Park, collective rise. As Alex Cora points to the bullpen, and listen to Peyton Tolley walk off the mound for the first time in his Red Sox career.
Oh. Looking to the sky right there, waving to the crowd. He had some fun tonight for sure.
See him for the very first time as he gets a handshake from Andrew Bailey and everybody else. Jason Varitek with a slap on the back. You can see him for the very first time as he stepped down those dugout steps. He took a big, deep breath under that mustache. Triston Casas right there to greet him. Garrett Crochet with a right-handed handshake from two lefties. And Peyton Tolley's night is done. We'll keep it right here. 2 men on, 1 out in the 6th inning, and Greg Weissert is on his way in. And, there's so many questions about who would make this start on this night. Would it be Kyle Harrison, who's pitched well at AAA the last few weeks? Would it be Peyton Tolley? And the answer was Tolley, and I think you and I sat here, and so did 40,000, sat here and found out the reason why.
Yeah, the verdict is in. He's ready. He's a big league pitcher officially, and what he did tonight on the field absolutely proves that he's going to be getting an opportunity after opportunity. He's going to be able to help a club that's hopefully getting to the playoffs here really soon. You got 3 starters in Crochet, Giolito, and Bayo. You add a guy like Peyton Tolley and what he did tonight to the mix, he's only going to help this club.
Man. Hey, Shaw's and Star Market have lowered hundreds of prices on the items you buy most, like boneless chicken breast, 2-liter Coca-Cola, avocado snacks, and much more. Find newer, lower price tags aisle after aisle. Full details at shaws.com/lower prices and starmarket.com/lower prices. And now, big moment in this game. 6th inning, Red Sox lead 2-0. Pittsburgh on back-to-back singles, have 2 on. And the go-ahead run is coming to the plate. Tommy Pham, as the Red Sox go to Greg Weissert, who's led a bullpen that was wonderful over the 8-game road trip.
They really were. And how, you may ask? Pounding the strike zone. I feel like a broken record, but when you're pitching at the big league level, you have to be relentlessly in the strike zone. Go right after the hitters. It's an offensive approach on the mound.
Weissert versus Tommy Pham. 1 out, 2 on. Right on right. Here comes the first pitch. That's a slider outside, trademark for ball 1. Weissert and his 2.91 ERA. 2.79 in the month of August. Working on 5 consecutive scoreless outings. 1-0. And a slider down and away.
You're right. This Boston bullpen has been outstanding so far this season. Leads the AL. Ranks 3rd in the big leagues with a 3.37 ERA. A lot of that has to do with Garrett Whitlock and Chapman, both having career years out of the pen.
2-0 from Weissert. And it's swung on and lined to center field. Cedon late start. Now goes back towards the wall. It's over his head. Kicks off the base of the wall near the garage door. 1 run in. Runner around third. 2 runs in. 1 big Tommy Pham swing. A double off the wall in center. And we're tied. It's 2-2 in the 6th.
Well, that was a good piece of hitting from Tommy Pham right there. There's a reason why he keeps getting jobs. He's been on 10 clubs in his career, 8 in the past 3 seasons. Brand new ball game.
Man. He got a sinker middle and just drilled it. Rafaela had to go straight over his head. He had no shot. And now Pham's on second. Go ahead run. Andrew McCutchen's in the box. He swings and lines it into left center field. That's a hit. And the Pirates are going to take the lead. Pham around third. McCutchen is second. Back-to-back doubles. This one scores another. And it's 3-2 Pittsburgh in the span of 2 swings in the 6th inning.
Well, to Tommy Pham, he went 2-0. Anytime that happens, they're looking 1 pitch, 1 zone. Got a sinker down the middle, drove that. And then Andrew McCutchen doubled right there, just looking for a fastball right down the middle, and he got it.
Pirates are going to pinch hit here. Spencer Horwitz, the left-hander, for the right-hand, hitting Alexander Canario. And on a night where, I mean, for an hour and a half, basically neither offense could do anything. Roman Anthony homers to give the Red Sox a 2-0 lead, and this goes after 1 out in the 6th inning. Single, single, double, double. And the Red Sox trail 3-2.
Looks like it's going to be a little bit of a bullpen game. Skenes isn't long for this game either. It's going to be a battle of the pens.
A stunned silence falls over Fenway Park after some boos. Copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of WEEI and the Boston Red Sox. It's got to be a little stunning for Weissert, too. You walk into this game, you make 4 or 5 pitches, all of a sudden you're down 3 runs.
Oh, absolutely. It happens quick. Happens quick. You got to be able to command it. Difference between command and control.
Quick mound meeting from Andrew Bailey. That's over. Man on second, 1 out. First pitch cut to miss by Spencer Horwitz.
Nice slider down at the bottom of the zone. That started off the plate and worked its way on. That's where you want to be with that pitch.
Got burned by a couple of sinkers. Wonder if Andrew Bailey went out there and said, throw the slider. The 0-1. Swinging a rollover ground ball. Slowly hit right side of the first baseman. Gonzalez charges, shovels to a covering Weissert. And gets the second out. McCutchen to third. But there are 2 down here in the 6th inning. And Weissert gets the job done on a changeup against Spencer Horwitz.
Nice located pitch right there to get soft contact. He was just kind of throwing the barrel. Really defensive swing right there. Good job by Gonzalez going to get that ball. Perfect flip to Weissert at first base.
Quick Subaru of New England scoreboard check. Yankees leading the White Sox 1-0. Toronto trailing the Brewers 1-0 at the top of the 6th inning at the Rogers Center. And a first pitch called inside for a ball against Henry Davis. A lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Red Sox trailing 3-2. All 3 runs in the last 5 minutes. 1-0 count, pitch outside. Yankees score as part of our rivalry report. 2 balls, no strikes. Man on third, 2 down. And the pitch. Swing and a line drive pulled foul. Located on a 32-acre campus by the Hudson, River Spring Living provides a full range of living options for older adults. You've seen firsthand what makes it special. Schedule a tour at riverspringliving.org today. 2-1 count on Henry Davis, their 7-hitter. Pitch, swing and a miss. Good sinker. And it's 2-2, maybe the biggest pitch of this ball game right here, right now.
Yeah, that last sinker right there, that's where Weissert's at his best. It looks like a good pitch to swing at. It's a contact-inducing pitch, but the ball sinks outside the strike zone by the time the barrel gets to the zone.
Man on third, Sox down by a run. Pitch, swing and a miss. Weissert gets out of it and ends the top of the 6th inning to forget. Red Sox allow 3, double by Pham, double by McCutchen. And it'll have to be another comeback in the greens. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, Red Sox trail 3-2 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
This Labor Day at Lowe's, shop member-only doorbuster deals for a limited time. Save $50 on an Ego string trimmer, now $169. Plus, get 50% off select Holland pavers. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, Labor Day doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/1 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at UnitedHealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Masataka Yoshida takes a called strike 1. Starts the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox trailing 3-2. First time they've been down in this game against the Pirates. Paul Skenes on the mound. Pitch high and tight on Yoshida. It really should be 2-0. But the count's 1-1. So Yoshida, the 5-hitter, followed by Gonzalez and Sogard, 5, 6, and 7 in the Herb Chambers batting order. Against Paul Skenes, 1-1. That's down and in. Herb Chambers batting order sponsored by Herb Chambers, Land Rover Boston, and Land Rover Sudbury. And a night that, honestly, for 5 innings was kind of a party. Peyton Tolley was awesome. Red Sox led 2-0. Homer by Roman Anthony is not. 2-1 chop back foul. Pittsburgh gets 3 in the top of this inning. Doubles by Tommy Pham and Andrew McCutchen. And really for the first time in, 30, 40 minutes, Fenway is quiet.
Yeah, that happened quick. Tell you what, Masataka put together a nice couple at bats here against Paul Skenes. 1-on-1 with a walk, scored a run.
2-2 pitch, and he swings and grounds it foul first base side. I think he broke his bat. He did.
Oh, yeah. That sound is my alarm clock on my phone. Can't get enough.
You hear that? You just break into a big smile.
I never did it with a fastball, though. I did it with the movement.
Sure.
Right? Cutter in.
Still counts.
Nothing better.
Yoshida's got a new one for Skenes to try to break. Pittsburgh, by the way, defensive change. O'Neal Cruz, one of the biggest men in baseball, is in center field for Canario. After they pinch hit for Canario. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a chopper into the ground third base side at Falefa. He throws from right in front of where the shortstop usually is. Gets Yoshida. And there's one down in the 6th inning. Justin Slayton warming in the Red Sox bullpen. Also action in the Pittsburgh bullpen. Skenes is at 90 pitches here. So you're not far away. You'd love to see him walking off the mound before this bottom of the 6th inning ends.
Absolutely. Keep putting together good at-bats.
Romy Gonzalez swings in, chops it left side. Tough play. Connor Falefa charges and dropped the baseball. And Gonzalez is safe. Falefa came charging in, needed a clean pick and transfer. He got none of the above. And Gonzalez gets on for a third time.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough play. Even if he got to this ball and got it clean into his throwing hand, wasn't really hit hard enough. Kind of a do-or-die play right there.
Tying run on with one down. Red Sox trailing 3-2 in the 6th inning. Now it's Nick Sogard. Falefa charging in, and Sogard takes a strike. First major league game since June for Nick Sogard. Grounded to a fielder's choice back in the 2nd, flew out to center in the 4th. 0-1. And he takes outside, 1-1.
That's a good take right there. Trying to see as many pitches as possible. Skenes at a point right now where the more pitches these guys see in these at-bats, more likely you're going to see that reliever this inning.
1-1 from Paul Skenes. Runner goes. Pitch is swung on a miss. Throw to second is in time. Romy tried the swim move to get around the tag of Jared Triolo. He felt like he swam around it. He's still standing on second. And the Red Sox are going to challenge. Wow. Naked eye, he was not close.
Call on the field is safe. Call on field is out at second base. Boston is challenged.
Crew Chief Dan Iassoni got it right. We'll look at the replay. Again, called out on the field. Gonzalez thought he swam around the tag. Towards the center field side. He ended up with his entire body about 3 feet towards the center field side of the second base bag as Triolo tried to graze him.
Oh my God, I've never seen this before.
Right, Romy put his Nike cleat on the back of the bag after he overslid it and touched up. So the question is going to be, did Triolo get him on the initial way by, or did Gonzalez have some airspace there on the way in?
He missed his chest on the way up, and then on the way back down, missed his legs. So he missed 2 tags. And then Romy was able to keep his toe on the bag.
Quick review.
After review, the runner was tagged before the base. The call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out.
I'll tell you what, I didn't see it.
Challenge.
It was hard to exactly tell. Boy, it was a very quick review.
It's a great effort right there by Romy.
Again, we're looking at it here. And you know what? There is a definitive look. On the way back down, he skimmed the back of his cleat. So he missed him on the way up on the tag and then got him on the way down barely.
With a lace.
1-2. Pitch is called strike 3, top of the zone to end the inning. Another tough turn of events. That ends the 6th. Paul Skenes through 6 innings of 2-run ball, and we go to the 7th with the Sox down 3-2 in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
This Labor Day at Lowe's, shop member-only doorbuster deals for a limited time. Save $50 on an Ego string trimmer, now $169. Plus, get 50% off select Holland pavers. Not a rewards member? Sign up for free today. But hurry, Labor Day doorbuster deals won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/1 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
Deborah had to have surgery.
I had hip surgery in November of 2024.
Her United Healthcare nurse, Crystal, checked on her.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell that she was struggling.
Deborah needed help.
My infection markers were through the roof.
And Crystal knew what to do.
I called the hospital and said she's coming in.
And got Deborah the help she needed.
Crystal and United Healthcare saved my life.
Hear more stories like Deborah's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
The Christian Arcand Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Now for the first time since May, Justin Slayton will pitch in a major league game. He's on for the top of the 7th inning against the Pirates with the Red Sox trailing 3-2. First pitch is a called strike outside corner. 91-mile-an-hour trademark cutter to the big lumbering left-hander O'Neal Cruz. Cruz came in defensively in the 6th. Bats for the first time here and takes inside. 6'7" O'Neal Cruz against Justin Slayton.
All arms and legs. He's got the pants pulled up above his knees, which is something they're doing these days.
1-1. Swing and a blooper in his center field sinking down a hit. And Cruz in those limbs have a leadoff single.
Tell you what, Justin Slayton, a sight for sore eyes, missed 76 games, right shoulder inflammation. But all accounts in AAA said that he was nasty and ready to return.
He was unbelievable over 3 outings at Worcester. As dominant as, rehab guys come down, the job is to get ready, and sometimes it's a little ugly. For him, it wasn't. Leadoff man on. First pitch, chop left side. Could be 2. Going to be tough. To second, 1. On to first. It's a double play. Bregman got it started. Sogard finished it off. Sox go 5-4-3. Erase Cruz and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. 2 down in the 7th.
Yeah, the question right there was, are you going to be able to get Cruz? Because it takes him about 3.5 steps to get to second base. Great transfer by Bregman right there. Same thing from Sogard to get the ball out of the glove and to make a great throw to first base.
Imagine you're the second baseman and you got a guy taking human being sized steps at you.
Sogard's not a huge guy either.
Stood in there, QB in the pocket, and gets a big first couple outs here in the 7th inning. Now Jared Triolo, and Slayton bounces a cutter for ball 1.
Yeah, we talked about how good this Red Sox bullpen has been, largely on the backs of Whitlock and Chapman, and as of late, Steven Matz has been outstanding. But the addition of Justin Slayton inserted back into that 7/8 inning role is huge for the Sox club.
Pitch low, 2-0. 6 pitches to get the first 2 outs and go 2-0 on Triolo, number 1 hitter in the Pirates lineup. He was 0 for 3 against Tolley. Pitch down and away, 3-0.
Slayton stepping into the crater, looking down at his feet.
Just wondering, who was here? What aliens? And the answer, Peyton Tolley and Paul Skenes. 3-0. And he delivers a strike this time. Cutter down the pipe. It's 3-1.
And Slayton himself, not exactly a small person.
Now, he's one of the smallest guys that we've had on the mound tonight, and he's 6'4". Pitch, swing and a pop-up right side, foul ground. Out of play. Trying to get the Red Sox to the bottom of the 7th inning. Rafaela, Wong, and Anthony. Who's on deck? Brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Also, a quick check on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Yankees leading 5-0 in Chicago. Toronto down 5-0 at home. Pitch here, just outside. Slayton thought it was strike 3. Instead, it's ball 4. And Triolo's on. I think that probably should have been a strike, bottom corner of the zone.
Yeah, it's a pitcher's pitch right there. Slayton knew it. Ball actually came back a little bit. I got to have it.
And so did Fenway Park. Lots of love about a brand new Subaru. 5 years at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Man on 2 down, Nick Gonzalez takes a bouncing ball that was nicely backhanded by Connor Wong, but it's ball 1. You remember coming off, an IL, I guess DL at that time, and your first outing, about kind of what that was like mentally to be back in a major league game?
For me specifically, I don't remember one outing, but I remember being on the IL and then kind of biting it, waiting, wanting to get back into that big league uniform. You feel like you're walking around the clubhouse rehabbing. You kind of feel useless at the time,
Second pitch inside, now a 2-0 from Justin Slayton with 2 down. Long hold, spins, throws over. Triolo dives back.
You're in a big league uniform. The last thing you want to be doing is just crushing spread in the clubhouse and kind of rehabbing the whole time. You want to go out there and help the club in any way, shape, or form.
Skies have opened for the first time since this game started. Rain pelting down. Pitch swung on and missed. And it's 2-1. Now we looked at the forecast. Again, we had the tarp on the field for a lot of the first few hours leading into game time. Big bean boot tarp. But they got it off. 2-1. Pitch down and away, 3-1. Forecast called from some scattered showers throughout Boston throughout the night. We got until 8:54 p.m. before the ponchos come out. And on first 2 down, 3-1. Swinging a fly ball foul, high and off to the right over some fans that are scrambling for cover a little bit down there.
Still waiting for my first ball back here.
Nothing yet?
Nothing yet. I'm ready.
I told you earlier,
me in, Coach.
I told you earlier, the Woo Sox were in Iowa. My laptop took one. Anything up here, it's yours.
All right, I'm diving.
3-2, tapped, back foul. Yeah, I'm going laptop, full duck and cover.
You don't want a third laptop in one season?
Can't happen.
Insurance cover that?
You would think. You would think that.
Sorry to hear.
Man on first 2 down. Runner's going to be going. Payoff pitch. Here comes. Swung on. 1 hop. Left side through. Past the dive of Story. And into left field. Duran gets it in. So Triolo to second. Story down on 1 knee in shallow left. And you can see in every part of his body language, he feels like he should have had that.
Yeah, that ball was hit pretty hard to his right. Just barely missed it with the glove.
Yeah, here comes Andrew Bailey. Gives us a chance to pause for station identification along the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Fenway Park, Red Sox and Pirates, alongside Lenny, DiNardo, Cooper, Boardman. Friday night, Red Sox in the greens. They led 2-0 after 5 innings. Roman Anthony homered off Paul Skenes in the bottom of the 5th inning. But Peyton Tolley went out for the 6th. He allowed a couple of singles. The Red Sox lifted him from the game. Went to the bullpen. And 2 doubles later off of Greg Weissert, the Pirates had a 3-2 lead. That's where we sit here in the 7th inning. Trailing 3-2, Justin Slayton on the mound. He just walked Triolo with 2 outs, gave up a single to Nick Gonzalez. And now you got to see Brian Reynolds from the left side. Right on left, 2 down. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Good high cutter. And it's 0-1.
Yeah, it was a good trip for Andrew Bailey right there. Past two batters were both 3-2 counts from Justin Slayton. Just an opportunity to go out and slow the game down a little bit for him.
From the stretch, 0-1. It's down and in. Yeah, it took 6 pitches for Slayton to get the first 2 outs and get ahead on the third batter. He's thrown 13 more since.
Yeah, just pitching behind, getting to 2-0, 3-1, eventually 3-2.
Pitch. Check swing. Back foot slider didn't go, and it's 2-1.
His breaking ball's got a ton of bite on it, but it's just starting inner third to the lefties and breaking about 4 baseball lengths off. That's a pitch he wants a swing on, but they're recognizing it out of the hand.
Men off first and second, 2 down. 2-1 from Slayton. Fastball, got the outside corner. Needed a call and got it. It did have the edge with the backdoor cutter. And it's 2-2.
I'm guessing he's looking fastball right here because the breaking ball just hasn't been able to come over for a strike.
2 on, 2 down. 2-2 from Justin Slayton. That's low. 4-seam fastball, 95. And for the 3rd straight batter, he's 3-2. Where are you going here?
I think for me, he's got to go back to the fastball. He's got to dial it up. Throw him his best bullet right here.
Runners off, 3-2, 2 out. Red Sox down by a run. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got out of it on the cut fastball. Had it.
Great pitch right there. Started inner third, broke right off the black. Couldn't have spotted it up better.
Sox down by a run, 3-2 as we hit the stretch on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
Cedon Rafaela leads off in the bottom of the 7th inning. Red Sox down 3-2. And he swings and misses on the first pitch from a man that finally is not Paul Skenes. Dalry Moretta is out of the Pittsburgh bullpen. Right-hander making his 7th Major League appearance of the year after a great year at AAA Indianapolis. Right on right, second pitch, swinging a foul bat, just off to Lenny's left. I mean, you got to get after that. Little dive.
That's the problem with me looking at the screen because I want to get location, I want to get miles per hour. I took my eye off the ball right there.
It's okay. If it's coming at us, I'll just yell. You'll know.
Let me know.
Cedon down 0-2 fast against a guy with a good slider. Be an 0-2 from Moretta to Cedon. And it swung on and floated foul behind the plate. 7th inning sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all 7s at 617-777-7777. 0-2 to Rafaela. And he swings and lines it to left field. That's a base hit. Hopping in front of Tommy Pham. Makes a backhand stop and fires in. Kept Cedon At first, after a big turn, he's got a leadoff single, tying run on to start the bottom of the 7th inning.
Talk about good in-bat adjustments right there. Early on in the at-bat, swung through a really good slider. That one hung up there enough to get the barrel to the baseball. Stayed on top of that really well. Nice line drive swing.
Connor Wong now, and on first 7th inning. Third baseman Connor Falefa expecting a bunt. Connor does square, pulls back and takes a strike. Red Sox had pinch hit options. They decide not to go with the left-hand hitting David Hamilton. And Wong's job's pretty simple here.
Move him over.
IKF down the line at third baseman creeping on the grass. And on first, the 0-1 to Connor Wong. He squares again, pops up a bunt, right side, tough play, and they make it. Moretta off the mound, makes the catch in the air, and Wong just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, we're taught as pitchers, when you know the guy's squaring around to bunt, you want to throw your four-seam fastball at the top of the zone, try to get him to move that barrel upward to go get it, inducing a pop fly, and that's exactly what he did.
Folks, stay tuned after the game for the Nissan Postgame Show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan End of Summer Sales event to get your new ride. Visit your local store, nissanusa.com today. Mound meeting. Oscar Marin, the Pirates pitching coach, is out, and they are talking about Roman Anthony. Red Sox have the tying run on first, go-ahead run in the box, down 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. And we get to see Roman for the first time since he homered off of Paul Skenes.
What do you think he's saying right there? Probably okay. He's going to go 2-0, probably 2-1. If you groove a fastball right down the middle, he's going to insert it into the stands.
Yeah. Well, again, this is the kind of guy that Roman has had a lot of success against. Guy who throws a lot of sliders in to left-hand hitters.
I thought you were going to say pitchers.
Yeah,
that type of guy.
Guys who breathe. First pitch to Roman Anthony from Moretta. Right on left. He takes down and in. That's that slider, back foot, ball 1.
Fish ain't biting. That was a ball out of his hand, way low, down to the zone.
Rafaela led off with a 106-mile-an-hour single to left. He leads off of first. 1 down, 7th inning. Pitch right down the middle with the slider. And it's 1-1.
Recognized spin right there, spit on. He's looking for the fastball, but I tell you what, if he throws another one in that location, another slider, he's going to be waiting for it.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes to Roman Anthony from Moretta. Long holds. Now comes. Swing. Hopped up the middle right at the shortstop. Triolo steps on second. Throws to first. It's a double play. It was hammered. 106 off the bat. Was just at somebody. And the Pirates turn 2. We go to the 8th. Red Sox down 3-2 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
A summer evening is the ideal time to grab some friends a bathing suit, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and make the most of every moment that's left in the season. Because the last blast of summer deserves the bold blast of refreshment that always gets us started.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa! That crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
Your smart speaker to play, 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Folks, get up to $20 off groceries with every flu vaccination at Shaw's Pharmacy or Star Market Pharmacy. Stay protected and safe because your health matters to us. Stop by your Shaw's Pharmacy or Star Market Pharmacy to get your free flu shot today and complete terms and conditions. Red Sox go to Jordan Hicks, the right-hander in the 8th inning, down by a run, 3-2. And his first pitch is ball 1 to the right-hand hitting Tommy Pham. So the Red Sox used Weissert to try to finish off the 6th inning. Used Slayton for a scoreless 7th. 1-0, swinging a fly ball center field. Cedon back. He's got eyes on it. And on the warning track, he makes the catch for the first out of the 8th inning. And there's 1 up, 1 down for Jordan Hicks.
Yeah, Jordan Hicks, he's a prime example of a guy with big league stuff. Just has to figure out how to put it out there on the field consistently. You know, his strikeout or walk to strikeout ratio 31-57 between the Red Sox and the San Francisco Giants this season. You know, he's flirting with 100 miles an hour on every pitch. If you just locate it and have a secondary pitch off of that, he can throw for strikes. You're talking about elite stuff.
Now it's Andrew McCutchen. He takes outside for ball 1. Hicks has obviously struggled. You can see the lane from Alex Cora against a part of the Pirates lineup that has not really hit the fastball very well outside of Pham. 1-0. That's a strike at the top of the zone. Andrew McCutchen has really struggled against the four-seam fastball. The Pirates as a team are the worst four-seam fastball hitting team in the National League. 1-1. That's on the inside corner, a strike. Slider that backed up at the top of the zone. McCutchen shook his head at the call from Dan Iasonia, but it's 1-2.
Yeah, I still believe there's no better pitch in baseball than a well-located fastball. You can put it there with a little movement added.
1-2. Swing, line drive, center field over the leap of Sogard. And into center field, McCutchen has a single with 1 out. And that's a good example of a sinker that flattened out top of the zone.
Yeah, if you want to go up top of the zone, you got to go up. That just kind of faded up and in. But he threw 3 pitches, the second, third, and fourth pitch in that same exact spot. You can't do that and get away with it at the big league level. It's about setting up pitches, being able, it's chess, right? If I'm going to throw it on this side of the plate with this type of pitch, I'm thinking, okay, was it effective? Was it not effective? If so, where can I go from there? Changing eye levels, changing speeds, up, down, in and out, back, in front of the plate.
And of course, all that starts with you have to get strike 1.
Absolutely. Pitching from behind, no way to live.
Pinch runner from McCutchen. Ronnie Simone is in the game, just up from AAA. So they've got now speed on the bases. Red Sox, again, down by a run here in the 8th inning. Inching closer to the Nissan postgame show. Stay tuned after the game. Don't let summer slip away. As Hicks faces Spencer Horwitz, left-hand hitter. Long hold. Pitch clock still dwindling. And the pitch is a strike. Hurry into the Nissan end of summer sales event to get your new ride. Visit your local store, nissanusa.com today. Simone has an aggressive-looking lead at first base. 1 out. The 0-1 from Hicks to Spencer Horwitz. He swung on and grounded right side through a base hit. Simone off with the crack of the bat, gets to second. He's going to third. Throw there is 1 hop not in time. Back-to-back singles, 1 from Simone, 1 from Horwitz. And Pittsburgh has men on the corners with 1 down here in the 8th inning.
Good throw by Anthony out in right field. Just a little bit late. But again, a split finger, too much of the plate right there. You threw a slider, a sweeper for a called strike prior to that, still elevated above the zone. So you throw another breaker ball, middle. was able to get to it.
And now Henry Davis. So on a night where the Red Sox led 2-0, they trail 3-2. And Jordan Hicks is trying to find a way to get out of this with men on first and third. First pitch, swinging a foul back off to the right from Henry Davis.
I mean, that last at-bat sweeper, one location, the split was the same exact location. That split finger's got to be down below the strike zone. If you want to swing out of it, you can't allow them to get the barrel to it.
Hicks steps off. Seen this too, the pace in which he's working, it just feels very slow. You said earlier, your best outings, 0-1, is lower. The outings where you don't remember anything. Your worst outings were the ones where you had every thought imaginable. And it does feel like, again, we're not in his head, but it does feel like you're watching the mind turn when he's out there right now.
It's a little bit deliberate. That's the second disengagement right there.
Connor Wong came out of his crouch, tried to call his own time, but yeah, he stepped off the back of the rubber.
Yeah, and there's something to be said for an up-tempo approach. Peyton Tolley's a classic example of that, bouncing around the mound.
Then on first and third, runner fake to go, pitches bunted right back towards Hicks. He shovels to the plate, tag, not in time. Yes, they got him! Dan Iasonia jumped away from the runner, put his arms out wide, then came to earth and punched out Simone. Training staff out on Simone. Pirates challenging. And for the moment, it's 3-2 Pirates, but a chance to be 4-2. It was tight at the plate.
It was. To me, from this angle, it looked like he got in there. And you're right, the umpire, he jumped out of the way, put his hands out wide. We thought that was the save call. Came down, punch.
He called him safe and out, finished with out, and I think there's a decent chance this is actually going to finish off safe. Simone dove to the corner of the plate. Hicks shoveled in one motion on the bunt. We look at the replay for the first time. Wong got his knee down with the ball in his hand, and Simone did slide into his knee pad. Question is, did he get the hand under before Wong put the tag down on? And I mean, it is laser tight.
I think he got in there. I think he got the hand to the plate.
Simone, by the way, was down on one knee, now gets up slowly with the training staff and goes to the dugout. The race was between a tag on the backside and the hand on the plate. Dan Iasonia standing third base side. Here comes.
After review, the runner hand touched home plate before the tag. The call on the field is overturned to safe, and Pittsburgh retains their challenge.
4-2 Pirates in the eighth inning. On a squeeze play, Henry Davis RBI, Ronnie Simone. Yeah, he just got in there. Slid to the back of the Pentagon, and that'll do it for Jordan Hicks. Alex Cora goes to Justin Wilson, one out into the eighth inning with the Red Sox trailing 4-2 against Pittsburgh. We'll step aside for a pitch break on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Got a big job to tackle this summer? Ford is ready for it. At your New England Ford dealer's summer sales event, you can find the commercial vehicle that goes to work for you. These vehicles are ready to handle anything on your list. And now for a limited time, you can get the best deal on the #1 selling commercial vehicles for 40 years running. Let's get the job done together. Stop into your New England Ford dealers today and get to work tomorrow. Based on S&P Global Mobility, CY 1985 to 2024 U.S. TipNet registrations excluding registrations to individuals.
Having health insurance is a must-have, and the Massachusetts Health Connector has a power-packed lineup in Connecticare plans that delivers. At the top of the order, lower premiums make bumpy costs affordable. The middle of the lineup is packed with low copays and no deductibles, so you can save money on everything, from an urgent ER trip to managing chronic disease like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Round out the order access to Connecticare plans now at mahealthconnector.org, and you have a winning team with you and the Massachusetts Health Connector.
Pitching change and slow down in action brought to you by Izervay. Justin Wilson is on for Jordan Hicks. Red Sox trailing 4-2 in the eighth inning. Pirates have men on as well. And, it's a hard thing. Red Sox made a very difficult decision today when they released Walker Buehler. And, look, who knows what's going to happen. But Craig Breslow has shown, a level of aggression in his decision-making. And you do wonder for Jordan Hicks, how long can these kinds of outings go on before any kind of decision has to be made?
Yeah, you're right. And this is we're at the point in the season where every win counts. You've got to go out there and play good baseball consistently, putting your best players out there to win these baseball games. And it just hasn't been pretty so far this season for Jordan Hicks on the mound.
So 4-2, Pittsburgh on top, 2 men on. O'Neill Cruz is the batter. First pitch. He takes a nice slider in the outside corner for a called strike one. 1 out in the 8th inning. Give you the results of our Twitter poll, New England Chevy Dealers question of the day. Which debut you've been most looking forward to this year for the Red Sox? Left on left, Wilson to O'Neill Cruz. Pitch. That's down and away, 1-1. Roman Anthony was a clear winner there. Peyton Tolley close second. After what we saw tonight, get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealers. Find exciting offers, too, on the powerful Silverado and the feature-packed all-new Equinox.
Yeah, this is as excited and the most anticipation I've seen for a pitcher since Brian Bayo a few years ago.
Pitch fouled back, and it's 1-2. And Peyton Tolley delivered on the hype tonight.
He did.
No question. It feels like a long time ago in this game. There's been a lot of frustration since, but he was 5 1/3, 3 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks, 8 Ks. The run score after he left the game. Wilson steps off, checks the runner.
And he was fun to watch. He was consistently in the zone. As advertised, we saw 98, 99 miles an hour with that fastball. Attacking hitters consistently. Bouncing around the mound.
1-2. Pitch is on the outside corner, called strike 3. Wilson comes into the game, takes 4 pitches to strike out Cruz. Slider ends him, and there are 2 down.
Wilson's been good this season for the bullpen. I tell you, he's one of those guys that can be effective against lefties and righties alike.
You'll see the right hand hitting Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Box score tonight, 4 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for Pittsburgh. Red Sox 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Brought to you by the Mass State Lottery. Let's make it the best night ever. Grab your friends, pick your numbers, and celebrate the night with Keno and the Mass State Lottery. Must be 18 years or older to play. Wave starting around Fenway. Pitch is a strike. Fastball at 96, and it's 0-1. Red Sox have 5 wins in their Fenway greens. All 5 of them have been walk-off hits. The 0-1. That's a slider for a strike, and it's 0-2. They led 2-0 tonight. Pittsburgh came back, scored 3 times in the 6th inning. They added 1 off of Jordan Hicks in the top of this 8th inning. Wilson trying to get us to the bottom of the 8th. 1 pitch away. 0-2. Swinging a ground ball right side at Nick Sogard at second. He gloves, he throws to first base in time and ends the inning. Red Sox trailing 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Bregman Duran story on the other side on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at UnitedHealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Hey, it's Alex Bregman. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
As Sweet Caroline rains down, Alex Bregman to the plate with the Red Sox trailing 4-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers Maserati of Boston, Maserati of Millbury, and Maserati of Warwick. A little Maserati here in the 8th inning. First pitch is a slider for a strike from the new right-hander for Pittsburgh, Isaac Mattson. This is one of their two best guys left in their bullpen after the trade deadline. ERA at 2 flat over 33 games.
Yeah, you can see why he's in this situation.
It's a fly ball deep towards left center field. O'Neill cruises under it, and he makes the catch about 15 feet in front of the 379 sign to retire Bregman for the first out of the 8th inning.
Yeah, he's held right-handers to a 151 batting average. He's struck out 31 in his last 25 2/3 innings.
Just took his ERA to 1.98 after that last out. Now it's Jarren Duran, 0 for 3 today. He sees a right-hander and takes a strike. Red Sox came back, won late against the Yankees once, in Baltimore a few times. A 1. Swing ground ball left side. That's a base hit down the left field line. Jarren tears out of the box, takes a turn, and watches Phams throw skip to second. That's a single. Tying run will bat in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Good job by Duran right there, seeing the ball deep, driving it the other way. I love the approach from Jarren Duran when he's using the opposite field. Nice leg kick, keeping his nose and eyes right on that ball as it hits the barrel. See if he can cause a little chaos right here.
He's on. Now it's Trevor Story. Red Sox down by 2, bottom 8. First pitch, swing and a miss. Trevor took the swing there. 3 homers on the road trip to lead the comeback charge again and again for Trevor Story. Homered yesterday in Baltimore. 0-1. And he swings and flies it foul high and off to the right.
He's gotten a couple fastballs, one at 91, one at 94 so far this at bat. 0-2 count. You know he's probably going to try to get some chase, either with that fastball up above the zone or the slider down and away. I'm guessing slider down and away off the plate right here after seeing those 2 fastballs.
Duran leading at first, not a big one. Waiting for the set. Now he gets it. 0-2 with 1 down. Pitch from Mattson to Trevor Story is swung on and missed. 3 fastballs. And Story strikes out, so he was thinking along with you, and Mattson blew it up top at 94.
Yeah, that's a pitch. That's good. 94 miles an hour fastball. He's got some deception as far as hiding the baseball. It comes out of that square I talked about earlier really late.
2 down. Duran still on first. Red Sox trailing 4-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Now it's Masataka Yoshida. Right on left pitch. Swinging a line shot foul down the left field line. Do you send Duran here?
Why not? I feel like send him to second base, get him in a scoring position now. Moss is seeing the ball well tonight.
0-1. Line foul down the left field line. 2 late swings, 2 hard shots the other way. And it's 0-2. Davis behind the plate has a great arm. Duran leading off of first. The 0-2 pitch with 2 down. Pitch outside. So just like Story, Yoshida's seen 3 pitches. All of them have been 4-seam fastballs.
Yeah, he's definitely trusting his fastball. Yoshida's fouled off a couple. See if he goes back to it. It's got to be well located. That's the key.
1-2. That's low. He spit all over that changeup. Very good posture. It's 2-2.
That's a great take right there. Really low in the zone. Recognized the difference out of the hand.
Bottom 8, Red Sox down 4-2. Isaac Mattson on the mound for Pittsburgh. Fenway was loud early in the night. Quieter over the last few innings. Duran's got his biggest lead so far. 2-2 down. The pitch. Swing, line drive, left field, Pham back, and he makes the catch. Took 2 steps and right in front of the track. He ends the inning. Duran singles, nothing more. We're going to the 9th. Sox down 4-2 against Pittsburgh on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
A summer evening is the ideal time to grab some friends a bathing suit, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and make the most of every moment that's left in the season. Because the last blast of summer deserves the bold blast of refreshment that always gets us started.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
9th inning, Red Sox trail 4-2 against Pittsburgh. And Brennan Bernardino is on. Left-hander will face the top of the Pittsburgh lineup alongside Lenny, DiNardo, Cooper, Boardman. Red Sox in this game had a 2-0 lead. They had Peyton Tolley on the mound for the 6th inning. He gave up 2 singles with 1 out. Felt like they were going to find a way out of it. Greg Weissert came in the game, gave up a couple of doubles, and the Sox have trailed since. First pitch swung on, driven towards the monster, left side, and clangs off the monster. Off the bat of Triolo, Duran fires in, 1 hop. Not in time, leadoff double for Jared Triolo.
Good effort by Duran, barehanding that ball off the monster, trying to make it a Fenway single. Was able to get into second base, though, for a double. Bernie squatting behind the mound, getting the rosin pad, taking that deep breath. Runner in scoring position to start off the innings. Not an easy task.
Now he's going to see a lineup that was all loaded up with right-hand hitters for the starter, Peyton Tolley. It's a right-hand hitting Nick Gonzalez here with the man on second. Nobody out. Corners in. First pitch. Swinging a chopper up the third base line. Tough play. Bregman, barehand pickup. Throw cross in time. Oh, man. Precious few who can make that play. Runner does go down to third on what is essentially a bunt, but Bregman gets the Sox a big first out here in the 9th.
I swear, sometimes I think Alex Bregman is ambidextrous, how good he is barehanding those balls. Those slow rollers, getting to it. Not only just getting to the baseball, but making a nice firm throw on the run to first base. It's extremely hard to do.
Sox bring the infield in. Brian Reynolds bats now. Switch hitter batting right. 1 for 4 with a single back in the 6th inning. First pitch. He takes a fastball at 91 in the inside corner for a strike. Sox down by 2 in the 9th inning. Pirates have a man on third. 0-1. Swing and a hopper right towards first. Gonzalez checks the man at third, steps on the bag, and gets the second out. Triolo stays put. And the Red Sox are 1 out away from getting out of this 9th inning.
Nice job from Bernie throwing strikes there, getting that soft contact, inducing the ground ball to Gonzalez. Infield playing in. Wasn't going off the crack of the bat.
Sox are going to intentionally walk Tommy Pham, a right-hand hitter, to get to the next man. And then Pittsburgh, with Ronnie Simondu up, lighter hitter, is going to counter with Joey Bart, their other catcher. So you get left on right here with men on first and third and 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Against a relatively light-hitting Joey Bart.
Bernie's one of those guys that can be effective lefties versus righties. He's one of those guys that doesn't blow you away with his fastball, but he uses the movement, changes speed well.
First pitch, slider sails in for a strike. It's a bigger curveball even there, 78 miles an hour.
That ball started off in the left-hand batter's box. A lot of horizontal movement at the top of the zone.
Sit on the bench all night. First pitch you see is that. 0-1. Swing, line drive, foul down the left field side. It's 0-2.
Another breaking ball right there. That one a little bit more inside. 0-2 count right here. Bernie has the opportunity. He can go about this many different ways. Trying to back foot that breaking ball is an option. Maybe showing a fastball to set up the breaking ball again. Just make sure it's nowhere near the barrel.
Triolo off third. Pham off of first. It'll be an 0-2 from Brennan Bernardino. Here comes, and it's grounded right back to Brennan. He gloves, he runs to first, he shovels it there, and ends the top of the 9th. Sox down 4-2. Need something as we go bottom 9 of the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
Heather is a nurse practitioner from United Healthcare.
We meet patients wherever they live.
During a house call, she found Jack had an issue.
Jack's blood pressure was dangerously high.
It was 217 over 110.
So they got Jack to the hospital and got him the help he needed.
He had had a stent placed in his heart, preventing a massive heart attack.
If it wasn't for my guardian angel, I wouldn't be here.
Hear more stories like Jack's at UnitedHealthcare.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan, area, limitation, and exclusions apply.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa, that crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
A summer evening is the ideal time to grab some friends a bathing suit, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and make the most of every moment that's left in the season. Because the last blast of summer deserves the bold blast of refreshment that always gets us started.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Bottom 9, Red Sox trailing 4-2. And if they win tonight, it will be their 6th walk-off win in Fenway Greens. From our lips to the baseball god's ears. Down 4-2, Dennis Santana is on. Right-hander against Romy Gonzalez. First pitch is a fastball and a strike. Firm on the inside corner at 96. And it's 0-1.
kind of a herky-jerky motion. Another guy that hides the ball well. He's converted 10 of his 12 save opportunities this season.
Tall right-hander delivers. That's outside on the slider. Pittsburgh had David Bednar, who's been their mainstay closer over the last few years. He was traded at the deadline to the Yankees. Now, you said 10 out of 12. Most of that since the deadline. 1-1. Swing and a miss on a slider. It's 1-2 on Romy.
That's a pitch you want to spit on right there. The slider, he's thrown 2 of them so far. Neither one of them are strikes. That's what he's trying to do, though. He wants it to look like it's a good pitch to make contact with.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Right on right. Here it comes. And it swung on a miss. Chased the slider. Way off the plate. There's 1 down in the 9th.
Getting ahead with strikes, getting them out with balls. That's the mentality. You know, we got a good 96-mile-an-hour fastball to start off the at-bat. Slider off the plate a little bit for a swing, and then kept expanding from there.
1 down, nobody on. Nick Sogard now. Switch hitter batting left. First pitch. And he takes low, ball 1. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan End of Summer sales event. To get your new ride, visit your local store, nissanusa.com today. 1-0. Fastball just inside. 2-0 on Sogard. Guy who loves to get into deep counts.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for right now. Put together a quality at-bat. Anything you can to scrape away. A hit. Get on base.
2-0. That's up and away. 3-0. Cedon Rafaela looming on deck.
He's thrown 4 sliders this inning so far. None of them have been strikes. That's what you got to think. Any spin, let it go.
3-0 to Nick Sogard from Santana. Inside, ball 4 gets away, and Sogard will take a stroll down to first. The Red Sox will bring the tying run to the plate in the bottom of the 9th inning. Cedon trying to give us the McFarland Energy play of the game. Upgrade your air conditioning system before the summer rush at McFarlandEnergy.com. Man on first, 1 down, bottom 9. Sox down by 2. First pitch. Takes right down the middle, a strike. Don't have to tell a single one of the 36,344 here about this man and this time of the ball game.
He thrives on this. This is where he wants to be.
0-1. And he takes on the inside corner slider, and it's 0-2.
That wasn't a strike. You can hear it from Fenway right now, letting him hear it.
Clearly, beneath the box. So 0-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on 3 pitches. He chased the slider, and there are 2 down. Cedon has his bat behind his neck as he stares into the jet black sky.
He's thrown 6 sliders this inning. Not 1 strike. He has 2 strikeouts. It's a good pitch. That's the plan, though. Trying to get those swings outside the strike zone. You can't do anything with it.
It's up to Connor Wong. Red Sox down by 2. Man on, 2 down. Pitch. And he takes a strike. Slider on the inside corner. Red Sox trailing 4-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Much of Fenway standing. It'll be an 0-1 from Santana. Wong swings and pops it up. On the right side, Horwitz down the line, makes the catch, and ends the ball game. Red Sox led early, but fall late. And they dropped the first game of this series by a final score of 4-2.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, with Peyton Tolley starting today, it felt like he went out there and threw the ball well enough to get that win. We're not taking anything away from his outing. He was outstanding. But it just tells you 1 or 2 pitches inside the strike zone was the difference in this game.
Red Sox had 9 hits in the ball game, but just 2 runs. Peyton Tolley ends up without a win, despite a really nice start, to your point, in his major league debut. In a game played in front of 36,344. Tonight's game attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Craving some crunch? Get fresh hand-breaded chicken tenders or a crispy chicken sandwich spiced just right here in the ballpark. Step aside, wrap it up, get you set up for tomorrow on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI. This is the Nissan Postgame Show. Sun's out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event.
Back live at Fenway, Red Sox fall by a final score of 4-2 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Just a night where, again, the Red Sox led 2-0. Pirates scored 3 times. It was like 2 swings in the span of a minute and a half, really, in the top of that 6th inning. That's the difference, but it was the difference as the Red Sox dropped to 75-61. Pittsburgh with the victory is 60-76. 4 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Pirates. 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Sox. Pittsburgh left 10, Red Sox left 7. They were 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Paul Skenes gets the win. He is 9-9. Greg Weissert takes the loss. He drops to 6-5. Alongside Lenny DiNardo, Cooper Boardman wrapping it up. Remind you, too, for every Red Sox double, it's a double for diabetes and $50 to the American Diabetes Association. Brought to you in part by the Massachusetts Health Connector. If you need health insurance, go to mahealthconnector.org and find the right plan for you and your family. And you know, it's a night where Tolley was great. The bullpen that has largely been really good struggles. And, you know, it is a little concerning. This offense has not quite been itself over the last week to week and a half. That's going to happen in a long season. But tonight, to be fair, was the latest example of that right now.
Yeah, a couple of things that shouldn't get lost in this game. You know, they're facing Paul Skenes. Masataka Yoshida put together a few nice at-bats, hit the ball hard the other way, ended up getting a base hit. One was a nice line drive that was lined out to left field. You know, Roman Anthony, nice home run off of Paul Skenes. Peyton Tolley's outing tonight was as advertised. He was outstanding, something he could take into the next outing, continue pounding the strike zone. But, you know, coming off a road trip when you're 7-1, you got to take something from these games. Yes, you lost, but you still have the opportunity to go out and win a series, win 2 in a row, which I feel like this Red Sox club, the way they've been playing as of late, is completely possible to do. You got to just shake games like this off. You're going to have games where, you know, 2 pitches went wrong over the plate. The Pirates were able to capitalize from there and ended up going to victory because of it.
Bad news, good news on the scoreboard. Yankees are winning right now, and they're probably going to win 8-1 over Chicago against the White Sox at Guaranteed Rate Field. The good news is the Blue Jays are losing. They're down 7-2 in the 9th inning, so you'll lose ground in the wild card, but you won't lose any ground in the American League East, and you have 2 more to go against these Pittsburgh Pirates before Cleveland shows up here on Labor Day Monday, and Dustin May will take the ball tomorrow for the Sox. Mixed bag, 6 innings of 2-run ball against Baltimore a couple of starts ago. Struggled against the Yankees last week in the Bronx, but looking forward to watching him against Johan Oviedo for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's just been a little bit inconsistent, but I feel like there's a lot of upside with May. Before that Baltimore outing that you mentioned, he did go 6 innings against a really good Houston club, no runs. You're going to fail sometimes in the big leagues, and as long as you're succeeding more oftentimes than not, you're going to get the ball every 5 days. And 2 out of his last 3, he's been pretty good. So tomorrow against a Pirates club, hopefully he can put it together. Again, go out there in 6 innings, limit the damage. I love the stuff. I love the addition of the cutter. The fastball still plays. It's about location and attacking these hitters like all pitchers. We'll see what happens. I feel like he's got the opportunity to go out there, and it's up to him to go out there and succeed.
We'll see at 4:10 tomorrow, 3:10 on the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. For now, Chris Narcan has the rest of the Nissan postgame show. He'll talk to you as well. That's it for us. For Doug Lane here, for Joe Braverman back inside the flagship, for Lenny DiNardo, I'm Cooper Boardman. Good night from Fenway Park, where the Red Sox fall 4-2. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You can't count on much these days.
No way, Jim. This is incredible.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Here we go. This time for real.
Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday, all the way through the AFC Championship game.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today and count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Cryptocurrency continues to gain traction with major announcements this week. Trump Media Group signed a $6.4 billion deal with Crypto.com, the world's leading crypto platform. The companies are joining forces to buy up to $6.4 billion of the cryptocurrency CRO to launch America's first CRO treasury. Upon completion, the newly formed company will be the world's largest holder of CRO. To buy CRO, visit Crypto.com today.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in. Here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan End of Summer Sales event and get your new ride. Visit your local store or nissanusa.com today. Red Sox fall at home, doubled up by the Pirates by a final score of 4-2. Red Sox have now lost a couple games in a row at Fenway Park. That's their 4th straight loss at home, which is unusual for them. But it was a close one here. A good pitching duel as Peyton Tolley and the big righty Paul Skenes going inning for inning in this one.